that's close. I was a little late today. I'm sorry about that. I was I forgot my coffee. I apologize. I had to go get it. It was downstairs. I had to get it. How's everyone doing? Good morning. Everyone having a good day so far? Everyone recovered from our super duper 5K whatever stream? Thanks everyone for hanging out and showing up. That was a lot of fun. And the hashtag is Road to 10K. Speaking of 10K, look at this guy. Whoa, forget that. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hi there.
How's
it going?
Are you awake or are you good? Or
I will be after this.
I'm on my second cup. Is that your first?
No, it's like the third.
Oh my god, it takes 3 to get you up.
just to feel any little bit of life. I need at least 3.
I cradle it like the god liquid that it is. Hey, look at everybody here. What's going on? Who was first? Matt Rubin, congratulations. You're the big hero. Good to see you, brother. Cutthroat Comics is here. Den, the legend, the man, the myth. JT, good to see you guys. We got Mo. Mo says, I'm still asleep. I either need extra coffee or more sleep. I think you need more coffee. Jacques, good to see you, dude. Good afternoon. You got your energy drink, hey? Just as good, right? Fantasia Workshop, good to see you. Oh, Will, I know we were going to do a versus, but I just ran out of time, my friend, so we're going to do some EG.
That's okay. I just know you were scared to compete against me.
Well, dude, obviously, like, you're not supposed to play it. What's this guy doing? Well, we can talk about some competition, but I'd rather everybody see it today at 3 o'clock when the Tilt Arcade video drops.
Let's go.
We play a couple games, and maybe I beat Will. Maybe he's not so good at some, and maybe he beats me in some. So you guys have to see.
You beat me in.
Yeah, well, we're not going to say no. There's the one awesome game that we played lots. Anyway, Rondo, good to see you. So I put the poll up. Choose your NES controller. The NES Max, the Power Glove, the NES Advantage, and just for giggles, the Bishu Zinger.
I'm very disappointed that a lot of you did not vote on the Bishu Zinger. I'm looking at you.
I put it up there. I thought it was going to be a shoo-in, but I guess the joke's not funny anymore.
We support Bishu here all the time.
I thought it was
Non-stop.
funny. Jacques, what's up, bud? What are you playing? Grinding away on the Xbox? What game you grinding? Sounds like it might be a Fortnite kind of grind. How's the music? Is that too loud? You got the headphones.
It's a little loud.
It's a little loud? Okay. Turn it down just a little bit. Can never get the right. How's that?
Yeah, it's tough.
That better?
Maybe a little bit, smidgen more. It still seems to overpower you a little bit.
How's that?
I think that's better.
We just want a little background noise while we're doing the reading. Oh, it's a frame of mind. You didn't pick it. What are you talking about, Buster? You didn't pick it. Now this is where JT's going to be like, I didn't vote yet, actually. And then we'll see one vote for Bishu.
Wow.
The zinger, because it's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. Anyway.
A little surprised, but hopefully tomorrow maybe we'll find a Bishu.
Oh, I'm excited, dude. Yeah, we're going game hunting tomorrow. Hopefully the store's open. If not, we will find one that is.
It's just like a civic holiday, right?
I don't even know, dude. Like, maybe you can do a little Google there on your side and see what's going on with that. Yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully stuff's open. It's a Canadian
maybe we
holiday.
should just give a ring before we go.
Yeah. We are in July of 1991, and as we can see by the thumbnail, it is Terminator, I believe on both consoles, Super Nintendo and Genesis. Can you even believe it? Can you even believe it? I can't even. Terminator 2. There was a Terminator 1. Now there's a second Terminator. Oh,
more than one? How can there be more than one Terminator? That doesn't make sense.
Now, Arnie is a good guy because he's more popular in Hollywood. So they're like, well, we can't have him the bad guy. It would have made way more sense if he was the bad guy again, but they decided not to go that route. What did you guys in the chat think of Terminator 2? Which did you prefer? Why don't we go to the polls and put that up? So congratulations to the Max. No surprise there that won.
Big surprise.
R.I.P. Bishu. Which one did you guys prefer? Terminator or Terminator 2? What did the old goggle say?
It doesn't. It just says it's open, and it doesn't express any change for holiday hours. But they don't open till 11 our time.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. It's not as far, so it'll be good. Yeah, we're going to. Well, you guys will see. I'm sure we'll live stream on the way.
Spoil it.
Yeah, we'll live stream. Jacques was 5 in 1991. God bless you, sir. I was in grade 11.
I would have been 6.
You were 6. Oh, so you and Jacques are around the same age. Nice. Cutthroat likes You Could Be Mine by GNR. Yeah, that was showing the height, the peak, I think, of GNR when they were in the music video. Arnold says waste of ammo when he looks at Axel. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, Will, you ready to crack this bad boy open? You got yours ready?
Yep. I got it downloaded. I got super skinny faced Arnold on the screen.
Nice.
He looks very slender, doesn't he?
Well, dude, we all get thicker as we get older. It's just the way to go. Just the way we go. Shout out to Retro Mags again. If you guys want to follow along with us, retromags.com. They have archived all of our childhoods. So that's where we get these EGMs each and every single week. So check them out. All right, let's crack this bad boy open. Everyone got their coffee ready to rock? You were 11 in 91, Matt. You're just all you babies. Just Mo and I. Mo and I are the old guys. I'm used to that. What game is this? Oh, Bill Elliott. I don't know why I find these race games. I did one like a month or two ago.
I don't even know who Bill Elliott is.
He's a race cards guy. Look. Oh, but dude, the Konami artwork, though. Look at the box. Oh, it's awesome.
He's good, but I just don't know who that is. Are they Dale Earnhardt? That's the only racer I know.
His name's Bill Elliott. Is it Dale Earnhardt? It's called Bill Elliott now.
No. Is he the same caliber? Is he a good? Obviously, I haven't heard anything of him. I don't know.
Any NASCAR fans? We have no idea. We're ignorant to all this. Either way, it's on the NES and the Game Boy. So there you go. Oh, look at that. Jacques is here in the chat, and his favorite game is featured. Look at this. It's the ultimate in 16-bit punch-and-kick games. Final Fight? Nope. It's Streets of Rage by Sega. Look at that, buddy. So that's going to get a big write-up. And we have Super Ghouls and Ghosts, one of my favorite games ever, on page 48. That's really nice. Can't wait for that. What is this?
I'm trying to fix something, sorry.
No, that's okay. You guys let us know if the music is too loud, okay? We're just getting something in the background so it's not dead air when we're reading, attempting to read. We got, I don't know what that is, whatever. Oh, boy. Well, you know what? I feel like it's only fair that this editorial, since Ed has now been promoted to editor and Will reads Ed's reviews, that Will should start off the Insert Coin editorial spectacular this morning. So, Willie, take her away.
All right, let me zoom in for my old man eyes here. Hold on.
You need Terminator eyes.
Yeah. Do. Oh, God. It's showtime. Having just finished this issue, we now have a couple of calm days before things get hectic again. When the Summer Consumer Electronics Show, that's CES. Do they just remove the summer portion later on?
Consumer Electronics, the Summer CES. Well, I don't know. Does anybody remember? Was there multiple CES? throughout the year. There must
I
have
thought
been.
there was one. Well, now there's only one a year, as far as my understanding.
Right. There might have been multiple. I don't recall, dude. I'm not too sure.
Begins on June 1st here in Chicago. We're really looking forward to this one, as the veil of secrecy will finally be lifted from the Super Nintendo. That's a big moment.
Dude, I feel like, not to interrupt you here,
No.
but I feel like since we've started this journey, we've been waiting for the Super Nintendo to drop in North America. We're on the 24th issue, and they started teasing the Super Famicom like almost right when we started. So it's like we're right along. We're reliving history here. I feel like we're all excited for this thing to drop.
Seems crazy. And then, like, we're going to get into Super Nintendo games finally.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Can't wait.
Oh. Ugh. Sorry, I got too excited there.
You'll be okay. You'll be all right.
While the hardware is not a surprise, the whole country is going to be watching what Nintendo and Sega and NEC is going to do after the SNES introduction. They added that hyphen. I feel like I had to say it that way. It's not SNES at that point. It's
this
SNES.
is the beginning of all these terminologies,
SNES?
right? Yeah, the Super
SNES.
NES. Yeah,
I'm gonna call it from. That's what I'm referring to as now. And you ever play the SNES?
Get onto my store. Okay.
You got that Final Fantasy for the SNES?
Get out. You got that Wii too? You got the Wii too. Remember that? What was the other one?
Oh my God, yeah.
The Wii 2 is the best. You have the Wii 2. Get the hell out of here. Sorry.
Nintendo expects to sell millions of systems, and they're willing to back that claim with millions of advertising through the holidays. Knowing the power, market savvy, and track record of Nintendo, their forecasts could just become a reality. By the time the system comes out this fall, the first batch of software will be in the place and the market will be ready. Sounds so easy, but that assumes the other players will just roll over and play dead. They kind of do.
Hey. Want me to take over?
No. I'll do the next one. I'll do I'll just do that. Yeah. Sega doesn't plan to give up. For the last year, they have been working quite secretly on a lineup of new Super Softs. Where the SNES programmers are just learning their system, the Sega people are starting to bring out the second generation of Genesis games. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Boo.
Fantasia.
Yay.
And Streets of Rage.
Woo.
Are good examples of the new breed of games. For example, Streets of Rage walks all over Final Fight as a two-player game. Has more moves.
What are you even talking about, Ed? Are you crazy?
Has more moves, 21 to 17.
Are you crazy?
That's 4 more moves.
Are you crazy? There is no way. There's no way that Streets of Rage is better than Final Fight.
All right, I'm just gonna put it out here. How many new Streets of Rages have we continued to get over Final Fight?
I mean, that's fair. But they went off the rails. I will say with Sega, Streets of Rage stayed as to what it was. Final Fight, they tried to do a one-on-one fighter. Then they tried to make it into almost an open world on PS2. So I agree. I agree with you. I think Sega stayed the course. Anyway, sorry. But there's no way that Streets of Rage is better. Sorry, Jacques. I'm just saying.
Okay, more weapons. 6 versus 3. Double the weapons. 3 more weapons. I don't know. This math is adding up. And more on-screen enemies, Jay. 8 versus 5. That's 3 more enemies on screen. More is better. Sega. It's not that the Genesis is better. Rather, it's due to the skill of the programmer. Programmers? This programmer. Yep. Look for some spectacular carts this fall. Not Super Softs?
Hot Softs.
Hey, the Hot Softs. Unfortunately, the Genesis CD-ROM will not play a part in the new Nintendo versus Sega war, as it is at best a 1992 product. But Sega will instead drop their system price to $149. Expect them to do even more this fall. $149. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, so congrats to Terminator 2. I want to shout out Zazel. Zazel says, Terminator is pure horror. T2 is action, just like Alien and Alien 2. Agreed, my friend. Which one would you pick? Zachary, how you doing? Final Fight is overrated. Oh my god! And everyone's turned against me. Jeepers creepers. Well, the poll's up now. Let you guys decide. 62% Streets of Rage. Get the hell out of here. Anyway. What about NEC? They've already lowered their system price to $99. The CD-ROM is down to $299, which again, we've talked about, is never a good sign. They are continuing to push back the limits of CD-ROM full motion video technology. At the Consumer Electronics Show, they will demonstrate the potential of their new interactive display, CD-ROM data compression technology. And in Japan, they will show the next generation of their CD-ROM player. I don't even know what that was. You can't count out NEC either. So it's going to be a good show and an even better holiday season with system prices the lowest they've ever been, quality at the highest. I can't wait. As a final note, all of us here at EGM would like to congratulate our Desert Storm troopers on a job well done. We sincerely appreciate all you did for us and the free world. Indeed.
That's stuff you don't like. I remember you saying this.
You took, the sacrifices that you made cannot be measured. We thank you for what you did. Should you or any member of your family want to subscribe to any of our publications, we would like to offer that subscription at half. Just give them the subscription, Ed. Anyway,
it's kind of nice though.
Yeah, but just give it to them. Come on, man. Just send in the request, your unit stationery, and we will reduce the price by 50%. It's our way of saying thanks. They should get it for free, but that is still nice. I'm not raging. I want kind of raging. Tell her I said hi. Tell her it's been a while since I've seen her in the chat, for God's sakes. All right, that was a good editorial for Ed, and I'm excited that the CES is here. I'm also excited that this guy is in the chat. What's up, HGC? Good to see you. Okay, I'm raging about Streets of Rage. I'm just saying, well, you know what? To be fair, they're comparing it to the Super Famicom one, which didn't have Guy, and it also was only a single-player game. I don't think they're comparing it to the arcade. Maybe they are. I don't know. No. We talked about this last time.
Beetle nothing. No one likes Beetlejuice, right? Some people do. I've not been a big fan. The only time I was ever excited about Beetlejuice was that long rumor, remember, with Ghostbusters 3 supposed to be like a tie-in with Beetlejuice and the Ghostbusters?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Crossing worlds. Oh,
that was like a long time ago, and then like nothing ever came to fruition. It was just like a huge-ass rumor back in the day.
They're crossing worlds. I don't even want to talk about multiverse. Beetle lips. Oh, it's so good. Rocketeer. Where's Ghetto? He's not here, but this was the big Amiga ad. I know this is the NES version, but that Amiga ad.
As a kid.
Do you remember this? Do you remember this movie?
I do remember the movie, yeah. I like this movie. At least I remember liking it. I haven't watched it recently.
Yeah. I don't think I have either. It's been a while. It's probably on Disney Plus for all of you Disney Plus people out there. We need pancakes. Yes. I agree. All right. Our almost favorite segment, Letters to the Editor. Oh, this is a good one. Would you like to go or would you like me to go?
I can start if you want.
Go ahead.
This could be... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a long one. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I feel like it's a good one, though. Who invented video games? Help! I'm working on a research paper, and I'm stuck. It is on the history of video games. I have been able to obtain info on all of the older systems and their games, but I want to go back even further. That's my problem. I can't find any information on the history of video games. One source talks about the legend Nolan Bushnell, and another mentions Ralph Baer. Who are these people? Since you are the authority on video games, can you help me? Hurry, the paper is due on May 31st.
Well, the inventor of video games as we know it, the first video game was actually Tennis for Two, and that was invented by Willie Higginbotham, and I bet you they won't say that here. Yeah, that's right. Professor Bartlett's in the house. You've just been schooled.
Easy.
Hey, look who's here. Chantel, good to see ya. Thanks for popping in. We kidnapped Jacques. He's here hanging with us.
He's ours now.
Yeah, so obviously it was Ralph Baer was the inventor of the brown box, which later became the Magnavox Odyssey. I'm sorry. I love talking about this stuff, Keg. Read the reply. Well, sorry, my bad.
No, you good? You still want me to read this, or?
Yeah, sorry. I'm embarrassed now. Go ahead. Look, everyone's making fun of me. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We are always happy to help someone who wants to learn more about the history of our industry. And thanks for turning to us for the info. There have been a lot of confusion about who invented the video game and other non-specific nebulous terms like the father of games or the person who is recognized as the originator of games are widely used. We here at EGM have been researching this subject for over a year, and the problem is getting proof to certain claims. We did it though. Forget about the people you mentioned. Their work first started as late as 1967. Their work is a good filler for a paper, but hardly what you would call proper research. As best as we could tell, the real inventor of the video game with solid proof to back it up is an unknown physicist named Willie Higginbotham.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Jay just read ahead. He cheated.
I did not.
It was right in front of him.
It's one of the few things that I know in life is gaming history. There you go. Sorry.
His work on a Pong game dates back to 1958. He had a working model and was on demonstration about 2 years at the Brookhaven National Laboratory. And for proof, his work is documented with a circuit schematic dated in the same year. His tennis game was actually more sophisticated than the original Pong. Anyway, remember that name. The details needed for your paper were sent out in early May, well before your deadline. Yeah, they even got that out on time. What?
So isn't that amazing that, I mean, we're in 1991 here, but you look at Big Willie, that's where you got your name from. Higginbotham was 67, and then Ralph Baer would have been 72. I mean, that's not really that would have been like 20 years, right? That's like nothing. But where would you go in that day if you were, a high school kid or whatever trying to write a paper? Where would you find that information? No one had wrote any books yet, right? Like, it was such a new industry. It's just so cool to go back.
You'd have to go to like a library, I guess, and then like try to peg down like years or interest, catalog. Do you remember, like, I never ever used it, but I remember going to a library once and they had like the catalog telling you like how to search for things through the library. I went to that one thing for school and then I was like, I don't need this. Bye. The
Dewey Decimal System and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I remember is UHF when Conan the librarian, remember, he's like, don't you know the Dewey Decimal System? And he cuts the guy in two. The best. That's all I know about the Dewey Decimal System. I don't even know what it is. Like, whatever. I just go around and see. Okay, I guess they don't have the book. I didn't spend a lot of time in libraries, but there you go. Willie Higginbotham, cut through. Look it up, buddy. The card catalog, yeah. More SNES games. You have the best magazine on the market. Your coverage of the Super Nintendo is much better than other magazines. While others keep showing the same pictures of just a few Super Nintendo games, your magazine is always showing us new pictures and keeping us updated on new releases. What's next? How about a page on Super Ghouls and Ghosts? That's what I said. Sent in by Jay Bartlett.
Wait a minute.
Thank you for your question, Eric, from Guntown, Missouri. Thanks for the compliments, Eric. As you have discovered, we here at EGM don't wait for the news to get to us. We go to where the news is made. That is Japan. We're there for every major trade show and special Nintendo exhibition at the end of April, and the one at the end of April was no exception. At this time, we were able to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and the pictures you wanted are on page 52. And there's a picture of Arthur in his mid-tier green armor fighting what I call bird lips. So let's go. You're up, buddy.
Sorry, dealing multiple things right now. My brain's all over the place. Okay, sorry. My just to tell you what I'm doing. So I run a Conan server for the community to play on, and I set it up through G Portal, and I have like my credit card for automatic billing and stuff. But apparently it didn't do that, so it shut down the server.
Okay.
I was like, what? So people were like, we can't get on, and I'm like, oh.
You want me to? I could do another one if you want. No problem.
No, I got it all fixed.
Okay.
I was doing that on the side.
Just real quick, Jacques says we need another Ghouls and Ghosts gameplay from Jay. Yeah, dude, I did one maybe 3 months ago, but that game's always going to be on the stream for sure.
Jokes on. Yeah, that's more about like the tricks that people got fooled by the stupid things on there. I'm gonna go.
Oh, that's a picture of Strider with Sonic on it.
Yeah, I feel like we did enough of that last one.
Yeah.
A lot of people excited for Sonic. Let's read these. There's 3 of them here. I'll read all of them. Here we go.
Sure.
Super Sonic. Wait, Super Sonic didn't exist back then. There is Super Sonic now, right? He goes like gold.
I think so.
Anyways.
I think so.
Awesome. I have to have Sonic. Hurry up, Sega. I can't wait. Adios, Mario. Here comes a real superhero.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Any word on Sonic 2? That's from Russell Hayes. We got Kurt Schaefer coming in. And let me start out by saying that your Meg really does get better by the issue. Your Sonic issue was the best yet. I have to give you credit for really knowing how to pick the hits. I went back to your older issues. I have them all. And you pegged this one way back in issue 13. That's August 1990. Where were the other Megs then? However do you do it? Keep it up. Mark Powell says, Sega was right. There's 2 exclamation marks. I feel like I had to.
Did he flex after he wrote that?
Yeah. Well, he just, his arms up. Sega was right.
Okay. Gotcha.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Sonic looks fantastic in your May blowout. The details unbeatable. Unbelievable? There we go.
Unbelievable, yeah.
The hyphen. And I bet he plays as good as he looks. Nope. One question, why hasn't there been a review crew evaluation in that issue? Sonic's now 100% complete and on his way to stores. Wow.
That's exciting.
This is just a sample of dozens of letters we received about Sonic. We didn't review crew the game in the May issue because the game wasn't finished at that time. In fact, as we go to press on this issue, Sega just got the game up to the 98% finished. Doesn't that contradict what it just says there on the picture?
Yeah. Well, maybe now it's finished and on its way to stores, but back like a month or 2 ago, it wasn't done. I don't know.
No, because he says, in fact, as we go to press on this issue, Sega just got the game up to a 98% finished state. But then on the picture above, it says Sonic is now 100% complete and on its way to stores.
Yeah, it does. But it's the way she goes, right?
What the? As we stated in previous issues, Our review crew doesn't touch a game until it's at least at this level of completion. Many things get changed, both good and bad, while in the raw prototype stage. We insist that our numerical ratings be representative of what you will be buying. That's the beauty of the 3-tier review system. We can do a little file from a 60% finished game and still be first with the story. Later, there we go. When the game is done, we can come back and review crew the game in its final form. Unlike other mags where they have to do everything in one shot and rate a game in a very incomplete version in order to be timely, we give you the numbers that are real. Remember, this is when you compare rating Sonic 2. When you compare ratings, Sonic 2, you bet. Would you believe Sonic 2.5 also? Like Sonic and Knuckles? That's the third game, right?
No, there's Sonic 3.
No, there is, but I thought Sonic and Knuckles came out before Sonic 3.
No.
No?
After.
After?
Nico Tronis, good morning. Cheers to you, my friend. Hopkins is here. Good seeing you. Have a cup. Zachary, how are you? Shinobi 3 is the greatest action game ever, Zachary says. Turbo Express price hike. Yeah, it's not often that you raise the price. That's almost that. Well, that is way worse than dropping the price. Let's find out why. You guys are really great. I think the best thing about your mag is Quarterman and the review crew. I heard a rumor that NEC is raising the price of their Turbo Express handheld from $250 to $300. Is this true? Why? Says John Zabs of Bergenfield, Jersey. Unfortunately, Ed says, what you heard is true. The current shipment of Turbo Express will be $299. Believe me, NEC agonized over the dilemma for some time. It was not an easy decision, but because the price NEC has to pay for the ultra-high resolution screens went up, so must the unit price. There is one bright note, though. The PC Engine GT, what the Turbo Express is called in Japan, lists for about $350 over there. How is that better? That's... Oh, okay. It's cheaper for us. I get it. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, that's kind of out of their hands, right? If the pieces, the components that you use to construct the handheld goes up, I guess...
Yeah. What can you do, really?
Take a loss, maybe? But I feel like that probably wasn't the smartest back then, right? It's not like Microsoft. You're up. You good?
Let's do the EGM wrap.
Where's that? The next page? Oh,
Grand Josh coverage. Yeah, there's a lot of them today.
Oh, EGM rap, like a song. Oh my god, I dare you to do it. Who wants Will to do the EGM rap?
Oh god, why did I even suggest this? I should have ignored it.
Jacques, I'm with you. Yeah, I think the first and second Sonic are okay, but I don't think I've ever finished any of them. Not my thing. If you want to do the EGM rap, you can go right ahead.
All right.
Oh. We need a beat.
I don't know how to do this. Electronic Gaming Monthly Rules. Making other mags look like fools. Covering games, tips and tactics.
Whoa! Whoa!
Nintendo Genesis and TurboGrafx. Showing us cartridges old and new, ratings superb from the review crew. Sushi X, Steve, Ed, and Martin buying this mag many take part in. Yeah, that works. EGM is updated with the latest. How does it feel to be the greatest?
That was pretty good. Let's hear it for WillLo. Let's hear it for WillLo.
I tried.
There you go. We got the 10 in from JT. WillLo. There you go. We got a $10 super chat from JT saying, DJ WillLo, hit us with the dope beats. There you go. Thank you for the 10, my good friend. See? What up? What up? That was good, dude. That was good. I was gonna give you a beat, but then I thought, no. Anyway,
freestyling, profiling.
So that's just a resolution issue with the Sunsoft Batman. I don't think that's very interesting. I remember reading that too, because you could see "Don't Walk" on the pedestrian sign, and then if you had a crappier TV, you couldn't see it. Anyway, let's see. The newest and first. Is this another Turbo Whiner? Looks like it.
Sounds like it.
As a devoted Turbo and Genesis user, I just had to write to tell you how pleased I am with the complete coverage you have in your magazine. Your Turbo coverage is second to none. From what you've shown in the past few issues, Dead Moon, Yo Bro, Camp California, Tailspin, and others, I can't see why others are moaning about the lack of Turbo games. If you get them, then nobody can, right? What? If you get them, then anybody can, right? Since you don't cover new Turbo, can you tell us what is new? What is he saying? Since you don't cover new Turbo, can you tell us what is new? And what will happen with the games in the that CinemaWare is working on? What is this guy? He's under the impression that Turbo is going under? Is that what he's saying? I don't understand. My brain doesn't comprehend this.
I feel like he's still right.
What is he going on about, though? Whatever. Anyway, there's a bunch of these. Okay, so that was Frank Kahn, who I don't understand, from Wheeling. What's WV? What's WV, guys? What state is that? All you U.S. peeps out there.
West Virginia?
There, look at this guy. I would just like to say you truly do have the best magazine. I have the Turbo Nintendo Game Boy, and you have the best coverage so far. I was thinking about buying a PC Engine converted for my Turbo. Will it work or will it hurt the Turbo, says Sean Gaps from Covington, Kentucky. We're doing our best, guys. We try to maintain good relations with all the game companies. That's part of my job, to keep in touch with and it's cut off. There we go. To keep in touch with everybody on a weekly basis. This way, we know immediately what's new. And because of our reputation, companies get us their hot titles first. As to all the future of the TV sports series, all is cool. Check out our super coverage on Andre Panza, kickboxing champions forever of boxing. TV sports tennis and TV sports hockey. Nobody else can even come close to this Turbo coverage. Mic drop.
Ow. Hey, Raj.
What's up, Raj? How you doing, buddy? Be nice to my Turbo graphics. What are you talking about?
NEC wasn't nice to the Turbo graphics.
I love the Turbo. I didn't write the letter, mister. Golly. Jeez. Oh, no. It's a resolution about the different CRT televisions, Batstand, and they're just showing screen grabs of the Sunsoft Batman. And if you have a really clear TV at the time, you can see the pedestrian sign says "Don't walk," and if you don't, it's just blurred out. That's all. So it's not really about Batman. Anyway, I think that's it, right?
I think so.
Don't blow it. What? Blow it? Oh my god. These
Tasmanian story.
These ads back in the day, don't blow it, and then someone else says blow it.
Yeah. There's some of the like Super Nintendo to N64 stuff. Some of it gets a little risque.
I can't wait
for
some
of those ads,
dude. I can't wait for it. Oh, dude, they're all on my wall. I loved it all. There's so many attractive women. Remember, they were wearing like next to nothing. Remember the one that's like, I forget the ad, but she's like, he used to play with me before he discovered his Neo Geo. Remember that one? Dude, that one's like, that's the best one.
Oh, I do remember that.
That's the best one. She's like this. She's in like a teddy or whatever, and she's like this. And she's like, he used to play with me. When you're reading, maybe I'll find it and bring it up here. Oh, no, I got to convert it and all that. Never mind. This program won't let you just bring up JPEGs. You have to convert it to PDF. It sucks. Anyway, we'll get there. Zachary says TurboGrafx is genuinely great, amazing colors, and a fast processor for the time. Oh yeah. The problem with the Turbo, Zachary, unfortunately, was the distribution, that they followed the Japanese PC Engine model, so they only had it available at different corners of the U.S., which made sense for Japan, but not so much for the U.S. when the U.S. is 14,000 times bigger than Japan. All right. Rondo remembers that ad. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the review crew. Now, before we get into these hot reviews, we're going to see what Steve and Ed have been up to for the past month. Steve, the top dog, has been eagerly awaiting the Consumer Electronics Show to show off his game playing skills. Steve can't wait to get his hands on the new games like Super R-Type for the Super Nintendo, comma.
You just fill that space.
We'll never know the others.
Ed is working out in preparation for the CES and his trip to Japan afterwards. Will he be the first gamer to see the new Sega 16-bit CD-ROM? You bet!
Yeah, why is my... hang on, I was going to try and find that.
And what?
The video game ad. Let's get you to read Bill and Ted, and I'll try and find this here.
Bill and Ted. Everybody remember the Wild Stallions? Wild Stallions. I feel like this game's not good. Let's see. We got Ed saying, giving it a 5. Bill and Ted is a strange type of game. It's not quite a quest game, nor is it an action game. Finding misplaced people is unusual, but interesting. The circuit screen is too hard and frustrating, but once in a proper world, the game got better. It just seems too complex of a game. Find it?
I did. I don't know how well it's going to show here. This is okay, full disclaimer. This is a video game ad I pulled up from Google. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it. Can you see that okay? It's a little bit blurry. That's a Neo Geo ad. I remember when he couldn't keep his hands off me, she says. That's it right there. There you go. That's the Neo Geo, man, because the Neo Geo wasn't a baby toy. There's no nudity. That's just, it's just the way the ad was. But there, like Will was saying, there was so many risque ads. And when Super Nintendo comes out and then we get into the CD-ROM stuff, you're going to see just it flooded with adult greatness.
Did any of you play these games? I question whether most of these reviewers play any of these games, Jacques. Just the way that they word their reviews, most of the time, it's just like a blurb that anybody could have wrote about just by looking at the box art. Oh yeah, Bill and Ted. I watched that movie.
Yeah. This gentleman here, he's got like a steel trap. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, Matt always remembers everything.
You, man. Like, I didn't. Did you remember that was in an issue we already looked at? I didn't. There you go. Dark Lord is here. Oh, I'm late. Been a busy bee since I got up this morning, but I can finally relax now. Welcome on in, my friend. Good to see you. Okay, so Steve gives Bill and Ted for the NES a 4. Dude, this game's like a 2 at best. It's bad.
Not a very... I do remember playing this because I did... Like, as a kid, I remember liking the movie a lot. The second one I thought was better, personally. But the game was not good.
What a most untriumphant new RPG for the NES, dude, bro. Bill and Ted go on a journey as a quite unexcellent, and although... that is quite unexcellent, and although the digitized graphics of the Wild Ones are done well, the rest of the gameplay is quite heinous. While the intentions are good, Bill and Ted is bogus, bogus, bogus. And there you go. That's how they named the second movie, because of Steve. Did he get credit for it? Probably not. Probably not.
Just using bogus 3 times. I don't know.
Yeah, using bogus 3 times in a space where you have 3 sentences already.
Seems lazy to me.
They didn't even talk about what the game is like. So it's an isometric 3/4 view. You walk around. You have to, like, you go to these different areas. You have to get phone numbers to go to different areas, and you just basically look for clues. It's pretty unplayable. Like, it's really, really bad. I was going to do a video on it, and it was just so bad. I couldn't do it. So, again, it's LJN. No surprise there.
Big surprise. LJN.
K-Mac. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. It would have been somebody from the community who did a gifted membership over the weekend. Yeah. So with that, you can join our private Discord server. You can also join in on our community games. And if you want, if you're brave enough, you can pop on with Will and I, with Chad and myself, or when I do my solo talking head shows. That's what the memberships give you, buddy. So there you go. If you're interested in the Discord server, just message me on social media and I can get you into there. Okay, high-speed pinball. I don't remember this one. Do you?
No, I don't remember this one at all. I know the black cart pinball. I really like that one.
Oh yeah, the Nintendo one, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Very basic, but does the job. 6 from Steve. If you already have Pinbot, then you know exactly what to expect from High Speed. The setup is the same, only with a new playfield and inclusion of some new bonus rounds. The game looks good, but the play is a little frustrating when the game quits becoming a pinball title. So I'm guessing it's going to go into some actual gaming elements, which I think that's fine. But anyway, he doesn't like it. 6. There you go. You up?
I like pinball games, and this one is a good representation of the classic. There are a lot of good features not found in other flippers. Is that an actual, like, pinball term? They call them flippers? I know the paddles would be called flippers, but calling the actual
I guess that's
pinball
those are called flippers. Yeah.
And I especially like the bonus levels. There is always something to shoot for, and the enemies are a nice touch to make it play harder. This actually kind of sounds kind of neat.
Dude, since I want to talk, well, we could talk about one game we played at Till. We played the Kiss pinball machine.
Yeah.
Which was, oh my God, it was so good. But Will and I, we went back and forth on a game. Actually, it was one game that we just switched off on. But it was so good. Oh my God. Incredible. Shout out to Matt Rubin with the membership bomb. I heard it go off. Thanks, my friend. So congrats to Dark Lord. Dark Lord got it one. Steven, Stacy, congrats. Welcome on in. Rolando, welcome on in. And Neutral. Let's go, guys. Thank you so much, Matt, for supporting the channel, brother. Much love. Okay. Sorry, did you just do yours? Did you do your...
We were talking about flippers.
That's right. So we're done with this one, right? Yeah, okay. Tracks. Smash TV. Now this is interesting.
We're both out of it today.
This is interesting. So who remembers Smash TV, of course? The Williams/Midway arcade hit. I can't remember the name of the creator, but it's a spiritual successor to from Robotron. You guys remember Smash TV? This was one of the first times I can recall where an arcade game that I really, really liked was coming home. Now, clearly, there are differences, many, from the NES compared to the arcade game, but this was cool. Anybody ever play the NES version of Smash TV?
That was the first one I did play, and I remember liking it, but I never got around to playing the arcade one. This always reminds me of that. You know the story of the. It was a Facebook Marketplace thing too, and back in the day, probably like 5 or 6 years ago. So it's not back in the day, but somebody had a Smash TV arcade up for sale for $300. I was like, man, I should really go and buy that. I didn't, and I regret it because that would have been freaking cool.
That hurts. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts.
It hurts even more because I know for a fact, because I was like I'm looking on the marketplace afterwards, that the person who bought it from this person for $300 tried to flip it for double the amount.
What year was that?
It was like
Around?
6 years ago, just before we moved into the new house.
Yeah. Yeah, that game, that's probably about $1,000. So that person was just getting rid of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 300 Canadian, Rondo. Crazy, right? I should have pulled the trigger on it. I hesitated. And then I lost out. And then the person who bought it just tried to flip it. They didn't even really want it.
Damn, resellers. I feel like we've done Base Wars. Anyway, we're not there yet. So, Smash TV on the NES gets a 6 from Steve. The Quarter Muncher is great, but this version just doesn't do it justice. The graphics are poor and microscopic. It's not bad, it's just not that good either. The game plays better with 2 controllers or 4 in the 2-player game. So if you have a satellite or a 4-score, I would give it a 7. That's me though.
Let's see here. Ed gave it a 6. Even though there was some compromises from the arcade game, Smash TV is a game that requires great control to progress far enough into the game. As a 2-player game with 4 controllers, Smash is a blast. To me, this is the only way to play, as it's too hard alone. I do like that idea. They're trying to, because it was a twin stick game, right?
Yeah.
So I do like having like the 2 controllers kind of like mimicking like the controller, like the sticks. Seems kind of neat.
Yeah, you would have. I can't remember. I think it was the 2 D-pads. Yes, you would have the 2.
Yeah, it would be the D-pads. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good, man. It was pretty innovative. Of course, you're only gonna have like 4, maybe 4 enemies on the screen at one time, 4 or 5. But it was more the novelty for me to have an arcade game that I was playing at the time. So Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, that stuff was before me, right? So
yeah,
I grew to love that stuff later. But Smash TV, that would be our time, Will, like Smash TV, Street Fighter, that kind of thing. So when Smash TV came home to any degree, I was just so excited. I rented it. I never owned it. I used to have Smash TV Cutthroat on Super Nintendo, and I think that's the best home version up until the Midway Treasures came out on PS2. But that's a great game. Base Wars, shout out to Matt Rubin from Ultra, also known as Konami. 8. Base Wars is the cyberball of baseball, offering up robots, all kinds, and a souped-up version of our favorite pastime. Both the 1 and 2-player version highlights great pitching and batting action, fantastic graphics, and some of the best sports action you will ever find. 8.
Wow. Now, this is a game which even normal baseball fans can get into. While deceptive at first glance, if you give it a try, it will grow on you. With lots of different editing features. Editing features? What does it mean by it? No 2 games are ever the same. Oh, so you can like customize it.
Well, yeah, I think you can create your robots. So it's like, remember in ice hockey how you can have the skinny, medium, big?
Yeah.
You can customize each player. So one will have like wheels, see the pitcher hovers. So you can like, I guess they call it editing instead of customizing.
The part shop is a nice touch, but for the full effect, try the pennant race. Actually, I don't think I've ever played this one.
It's
that sounds
good, man. It's so good. I'm telling you. Scat, I feel like we've already done this, but I guess not. EGM would know. I want to kind of piggyback Will's story there. And so I was on Facebook Marketplace maybe about a month ago, and someone had a customized 1-Up Arcade, a Donkey Kong one. Dude, I lost it. So Will and I collect the 1-Ups. So this was obviously Nintendo is not one of the licenses. So this guy had made, the blue with the Miyamoto artwork. Everything was the same. Guess what he wanted for it?
What?
Canadian 1,500. I was like, nope. Sorry.
Because like 1,500 Canadian can get you an actual like reproduction, like full-sized cabinet nowadays. Still,
I bet
there's a place in Woodstock that does it for probably less than that.
What, really? So if I wanted a Donkey Kong, they would like do it all up?
I'm pretty sure because he says he does custom artwork and stuff like that too. If you need it, I'll send you what it's called because I've been looking at them a few times because like maybe I just get like a big arcade machine that has a bunch of games on it. That'd be kind of cool.
I feel like you could get like a Donkey Kong machine for 1,500.
Think so in Canada?
20 billion. I think you could, man. When they come, you know what? I'm gonna call my buddy, our mutual buddy, who's into arcade and pinball. I'm gonna see if he's got any bites on them. Not that I'm in the market for one, but anyway, 1,500 loonies. That's a lot of Pirates Gold, my friend. Sorry, Scat. By Natzoom for the NES. 7 from Steve. Scat takes the basic theme from Forgotten Worlds and throws it into the NES. The action is intense, and the game only suffers from a lack of visual clarity caused by some screen flicker. Too much is going on. Still, it's a nice addition to the library and a good example of a good NES game. 7.
Okay, I just did a quick Google. So there's somebody on Etsy that did like they definitely like fixed one up, like restored it.
Yeah,
fully restored. I want you to guess the price.
Okay, so blue cabinet.
Yep, it looks like the one that at Tilt.
So it's the
just a lot cleaner.
The side artwork, like the panel artwork, has got everything.
Yep.
1,500.
No.
What?
6.
What?
6 grand.
6,000. We can almost buy our own ship for that. Oh my god. What? That's crazy, dude. Look, we got to do some looking. There's no way you could get a real one for like 2 grand. I'm guessing. There's no way.
Apparently it's that's not a brand new built one. That is one that has been repurposed. Like it's an old original cabinet just done up because it was like probably like broken down and stuff.
6,000. No chance. That's crazy, man. Like you could build from the ground up one for like 1,000 if you knew how to do that. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing, right? You're putting that time, that effort in. Plus, like even if you built one from the ground up, you wouldn't have the original board and stuff with it, right? You would have reproduction stuff, which would lower the value of it, but it wouldn't be an actual one, right?
But I like the one that I play on the Switch from the Nintendo store, where they have the early version and later version. So they have both versions of Donkey Kong. I like that one. I think that one's just fine. Like I wouldn't care if that was in a cabinet. I don't know. I would like to have the original hardware and stuff like that. But that's.
I'm not surprised though, because if you look at everything else, gaming wise lately, I'm not surprised that arcade systems themselves have also gone up in price.
Yeah. KB, morning, buddy. How you doing? I've been hoping for a reboot of Forgotten Worlds. Great game. 25 years and Legendary Wings, both Capcom shooters. Yeah. I don't know why they've left those two. I thought maybe, you remember around 2008, 2009 when they were doing a bunch of Bionic Commando stuff? I feel like that would have been the perfect time. But never say never. Never say never. I would like to see those two. Or like, was there a sequel to Legendary Wings? I can't remember. Maybe even a sequel to that one, just like a straight up like 8-bit sequel. That would be nice. It must be beautiful, but gosh, did you ask them what they paid? Hopkins asks.
It was just a posting online. I'm not sure.
Matt says, I wouldn't pay $6,000 for a complete collection of every single G1 Transformer, let alone an arcade game. Yeah, that's crazy. Buying an arcade machine ain't like dusting crops, Jay. Oh, yeah? You take your damn hands off her. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Jacques says, and I thought gaming in South Africa is costly. Oh, that's... Look. Okay, look. That game is skyrocketed in every way because of the film, for sure. But 6,000 even since
it's also like you have to take into account too. Like you would probably be better off to go to the States to find a Donkey Kong cabinet and have it imported than finding one here solely in Canada. Mainly because of our limited market, we don't have as much inventory or stock as you would probably find down in the US. I bet it would be better for you to do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. We'll message our buddy and see what he says. We're on to Bill Elliott's NASCAR challenge. There you go, Will. Will's favorite athlete, Bill Elliott.
Yeah, Bill Elliott. Let's go.
By Konami. I mean, that's the screen. I guess we should be happy we're getting kind of a first-person view here, but that looks a little rough, man. That looks a little rough.
It looks awful. Is that little dot another car? Is that a Space Invader?
That's a house, I think. I don't even know. Maybe that's the stands. Steve gives it. Look at the difference between Steve and Ed here. This is crazy. I like it. Steve gives it a 4. Bill Elliott is delivered in a NASCAR racing game that has a few good effects but never manages to wrap them together with good technique. The car racing action never really gets up to speed, and whenever things start to heat up, something seems to make the action stall. Ooh, I like the terminology. Very witty, Steve.
Good job, Steve. Proud of you.
Sarcasm.
Bennick is a spectacular stock car racing game. It is much more involved than the typical Grand Prix type racing game, and therefore isn't for everyone. But if you have the patience to tinker with small changes to the car setup to squeeze the most performance possible, then go for it.
Go for it.
Like none of these reviews tell anything, really.
I love how Steve used Bill Elliott and NASCAR as a way to like take up part of the 3 sentences. KB says, I used to own a Double Dragon cab. It was a hit at my parties in my 20s. I bet it was. That's pretty sick. What do you think, Will? Top 20 cabinets?
Yeah, probably, yeah. That would be cool.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, there's nothing like having an arcade. It's pretty slick. Mo says, I got the Falcon yesterday. It's all washed now, and I need to reassemble it. I also ordered some replacement stickers, as some of the originals are rough. Nice. So you did the Retro Bright or whatever to clean off the yellow. Congrats, buddy. I have no idea what this is. What is JB Herald?
Oh.
Zero clue. It's full motion video, it looks like.
If only there was text to tell us what it is.
Dude, you know we don't read the descriptions. Come on. I'm going to read this one because I don't know what it is. JB Herald for the TurboGrafx 16 CD-ROM. If you're looking for a murder case to solve, the NEC CD-ROM Murder Club is the one place to start. What was it called? JB Herald or Murder Club? In this Turbo CD game, you play the part of JB, the Sam Spade-style detective, and visit numerous locations and interact with a variety of suspects. Okay. So it's a point-and-click full motion video. That sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, well, Steve, above average, above mid, just by 1 point. JB Herald shares the same type of murder mystery that Sherlock Holmes enjoyed. With a format that is slightly easier to follow, there are some nice digitized photos, but after seeing the outstanding animation in Sherlock, this game just doesn't compare. For hardcore fans only. Of what? Spending money?
I still have a love-hate relationship with these like full motion videos. I don't know. That screenshot looks awful as well, too.
I think it works with games like this. With games like Seventh Guest, where you're pointing, clicking, and then the camera moves. Right? But I think when you're using the main control scheme, like when the main control scheme is the full motion video, like when you click on it and then it moves, then it can get rough.
Yeah. So. Ed's in a good mood today. Ed got a little something.
Yeah.
Another great example as to where video games are going. With the CD Medium Mysteries can get involved as one does. That didn't seem right to me. Anyways, takes lots of notes. As to the casual player, the amount of information increases very rapidly as you progress farther into the game. I love it. Thanks, Ed.
Ed is in a good mood. He must have got a super graphics.
Yeah.
Street Smart for Genesis. Okay, guys. You guys in the chat got to help me here. What the hell's Street Smart for the Genesis? This is pretty cool. There's some games I have no idea what they are. Do you know what that is?
I've
Smart?
never heard of that. No.
By Trico. Chop Kick Slams Street Smart from Trico will send you really. Okay, I'm not reading that. 5.
Wants to know more about it? Stops caring immediately.
Well, it's just all weird. It's just like you can't say this is a fighting game. Anyway, here's a game that tries to be Final Fight for the Genesis. Take note. They didn't say this is a game that tries to be Streets of Rage, did they? No, they didn't. Despite 73% of you saying Streets of Rage is better, you are incorrect. Anyway.
Still better.
It has a nice look and feel to it, but diversity in the rounds and the opponents you face isn't great enough to keep it from becoming repetitive. There are some nice touches, but most of this has been done better before. 5. Yeah,
there's 26 votes. 73% of people say Streets of Rage is better.
Oh, yeah? Watch this. We're not playing anymore.
It's in the chat now. It's forever.
We're not playing that no more.
Nobody cares about old Mayor Mike Haggard.
Dusty Haggard and Dusty Cody, and Guy's not even allowed to play. He's not even in it.
Cody, the Street Fighter guy?
Yeah, it's Haggard, Cody, and Guy. Guy was in Alpha.
They're more. I feel like they're more famous for being a Street Fighter than they are for fighting.
Oh, I'm sure they are. And Hagar was in some Capcom wrestling game. But I don't think he was in much else. I don't think Hagar was in
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, go on, Ed. Go on with your bad self.
Street Smart is an all-right fighting game. The background graphics are quite detailed, but there aren't enough moves to keep me interested. I found that by using just the basic moves, you can still win. That doesn't sound like it has very good AI.
No.
More variety and harder opponents would be good.
Okay, so screw that game. Jacques says there's a Final Fight mod for Streets of Rage remake. Really? Dark Lord says you gotta play more. That's insane. I gotta check out that Streets of Rage. That sounds pretty cool, man. I still gotta play 4. 4 is good. Will keeps.
Oh, it's great.
4, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't played it yet.
Oh boy,
that'd be a fun one to play together. What?
Sonic.
Wow.
Sonic.
Oh, I thought you were doing that because I said that'd be a fun
No,
one.
Sonic.
Wow.
Well, he's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's favorite Mario killer. Wrong.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
9, 9, 9, and a 9. That's pretty damn good. That's almost perfect. Sonic the Hedgehog for the Genesis by Sega. 9 from Steve. Definitely, without a doubt, positively the most incredible action game ever created for the Genesis. Incredible speed, plenty of technique, and more than enough challenge await our Super Sonic hero as he collects rings and discovers hidden rooms. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Dude, he's really being cheesy with repeating the same words. He did that with what? Bogus or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, for the Bill and Ted one, he was like, bogus, bogus, bogus.
9 from Steve. Well done, Sonic.
Sonic. Sonic is the best game ever to come to the Genesis. That's what Ed says. It is challenging, but never to the point of frustration. I disagree. Sonic speed is a second to none, and the best part is when he turns into a pinball.
Mario can't do that.
Yeah, but Samus can. She turns into a ball.
Fair.
Way more effective. Does a lot cooler things. Just saying. Lots of secret rooms to keep you searching while progressing through the game. Spectacular. Except if you move too fast, you can't freaking have time to look around for things.
All right, let's go back to 1991. And I'm going to throw a third option in here just because he was relevant, but I know he won't win. So let's throw this up in the chat, okay? And let's get to HEC says, Blurst processing. I don't even know what's going on anymore. We were talking about Streets of Rage, then I heard the Price is Right horn. Yeah, I meant to cue it on. See, I just thought Will knew what I was thinking because I looked at Sonic, but that's not what happened. KB says, Streets of Rage 4 is solid.
Good. Maybe we'll throw that in. Maybe we'll play that one day.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do a lot
I think those
more.
games are always better doing it as like multiplayer than single player, personally.
Yeah, I got the mic now. I got my old Yeti, so you'll be able to hear both of us when we're in the same room, which you couldn't on the Donkey Kong one, so my apologies.
Was it that bad?
Oh yeah, whoever was in front of the mic, you can't even hear them. Yeah, but this is just made for one person, right? Where the Yeti, you can set it to multiple.
Gotcha.
They were predicting the future with that review. 99.99. Very true, my friend. The Dreamcast. Okay, so it's the best thing ever. I'm just throwing it up here. Someone said bonk. I love you, whoever you are, by the way. Always cutthroat. There you go, buddy. Yeah.
I was tempted to click on bonk, but now I don't want to.
Hipster bonk forever.
I'm going to click on Sanic.
688 attack sub for the Sega Genesis. Now, you want to talk about a terrible screenshot. Let's look at that.
That looks so boring.
Yeah, I mean, that really does look boring. Gets a 5. So I just want to see what this is. I'm not familiar. You are the brilliant commander of a heavily armed nuclear submarine. Highly detailed subscreens. Monitor speed, depth, bearing. Okay, so it's like a simulator for Genesis. I mean, I'm not going to knock anyone who's into like Hunt for Red October stuff. I think that's fine. That's just not me. But Steve doesn't look like he is either. He gives it a mid tier. He gives it a 5. Not bad for a simulation, I guess. Oh, man, Steve's in a nasty mood this issue. Nasty. Hates everything. Maybe that's because he's not the editor anymore.
I've been replaced. For good reason.
Graphics and sound are excellent, but the level of excitement isn't. Graphics aren't enough to recommend this one. This is a sleep inducer. If you aren't really into this sort of game... What? This is a sleep inducer if you aren't really into this sort of game. If you aren't, stay away from this one. That was poorly written. Terrible. You got a 1 out of 10, Steve, for that write-up.
I feel like all these write-ups are not great today. A little bit worse than regular.
It's pretty bad.
Hey, Christoph.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I guess if you like simulations, then 688 is something worth buying. I, for one, was not terribly excited after playing 688 for a while. But then again, RPGs are more my speed. The graphics are better than average, as is the sound, but this is just another computer game on chips.
What? What does that mean?
Oh.
Oh, look! Navy SEALs! Navy SEALs for the Game Boy. 4. This game is about as much fun as the movie on which it's based, which doesn't say a whole lot. Man, Steve is in a bad mood. The action is very basic and, well, not exactly bad. You just said it was bad. Well, the action is very basic, and while not exactly bad, it just doesn't do much to get you excited. The graphics are fine, but the little gameplay or technique, this ends up to be a wasted effort. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it this one. Yeah. Anyway, 4 out of 10. I've never even seen Navy SEALs. I only know the joke from Clerks. So there you go. All right, you're up, buddy.
Navy SEALs is an average game. It takes a standard plot and does everything as an average game should. The graphics are good, and the quest does get harder as you progress further into the game, but overall, it's just average. All right, Ed, that's 3 averages. Average game, just average. Stop it.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, the 2 spots have been switched by mistake? Because I feel like I'm reading like Ed's answers and you're reading like Steve's.
Think so?
Maybe. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. It doesn't seem like Steve. Steve's pretty grumpy here. I don't know.
Maybe it's just a good day for Ed.
Like
he's allowed to have them.
Have you I understand that movie-based games will always be a thing, but Navy SEALs that's like Pretty Woman the game. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, why would you even make a game out of this?
That's
Navy
true.
SEALs? Come on, man. Anyway. Save $10 on your Sega Game Gear and Genesis game systems. All right, guys. There you go. Grab that. Save $10. Not bad. Oh. I feel like I don't want to say the name of that title. Sneaky Snakes.
Sneaky Snake. Oh, the Sneaky Snake.
That's like a class of Cobra Soldier. Sneaky Snakes by Trade West, and I mean, this screenshot's pretty bad too. Sneaky Snake is a very different kind of scrolling action game. You control a multi-linked serpent on a quest to reach a variety of locations as intact as possible. The control is awkward, with a zero grav effect that leaves you flying in the air. The graphics are fine, but no real game here. What? What? What does it mean? What does that mean? Elaborate.
You don't even play video games.
Elaborate.
Electronic not playing monthly. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Sneaky Snake is an interesting game and one which is good for the small screen. While fun for the first few rounds, there just isn't enough variety to hold a person's interest. The tongue extenders help, but not enough for older players. It's meant for the young. You mean that the tongue extenders are meant for the young? Wait a minute.
Okay, let's just leave that at the front door.
Ed, what are you doing?
I don't know what's going on, man. It's going off the rails here. We've got Warbirds for the Atari Lynx from Atari. Like, did any third-party company put anything out? Even the next one, Ninja Gaiden. Like, Tecmo didn't even do that. Atari translated it. But anyway, Warbirds, 7 from Steve. Warbirds is surprisingly good. Who in the chat, by the way, had an Atari Lynx? It gives a good example of what the Lynx is capable of games-wise. This is a refreshing change of pace. Sure, it's an airplane flying game, but it's biplanes, and that makes all the difference. Nice job all around. 7.
Warbirds has a lot of great features built into the game, and it does them all very well, which is a tribute to the hardware. The only problem is that those great games are too few and far between. Definitely a winner and one that should be purchased.
Okay, so who had a Lynx? Anybody?
Nope.
Lynx. People were complicated about lack of links, or sorry, complained about the lack of links or issue two issues ago. Now they can't shut up about it. Yeah. Well, I figured they had a price drop, and I believe now around this time, Matt, they had the second version of the Lynx, which was a bit smaller. Again, never understood this stuff. Like, if your company's struggling at this point, like Atari, to sell these, why would you put all this money into engineering to change the hardware itself? It just seems like a waste of money. If you're making bank, like PlayStation, sure, come out with the PS1 where it's tiny and all that stuff. But if you can't even sell your first one, changing the style of it is not going to help. I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
No, I don't think you're wrong. No, I think you're right on that.
That's awesome, Jet. I don't have one. I've seen them around, but they're a little much now for me to put in the collection. I had one when they first came out, and I got rid of it. But there you go. Oh yeah, you're up. Warbirds.
Oh, we did Warwords already.
Did you do yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Ninja Gaiden.
We're Ninja Gaiden. Keep up. Try to keep up here.
This is the arcade version. So this is a translation of the Tecmo arcade game by Atari, which I remember this was one reason I wanted. Because there was no port of the arcade version of Ninja Gaiden. So this is pretty sick. 8. Oh, they're liking it. They're liking it. An excellent conversion of an excellent game. Ninja Gaiden hits the mark on all counts. There are lots of good moves, and the scrolling is very smooth. Like Warbirds, this shows what the Lynx is capable of, even with a small screen. One of the best Lynx games produced. Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden on the Lynx is probably the best version this side of the original arcade game. It also has the smoothest scrolling and best animation of all the Lynx titles. Very intense action for the small screen, not a cakewalk as some of the other games were.
Nice. And I would say if I found this game, I would probably pick it up if it wasn't reasonably priced just to put it in the collection. Yeah. Let's go. Ninja Gaiden. Let's go. Here we go.
Ninja Gaiden.
Wings of War. Oh, yeah. This was a new feature they started to put in. Release dates.
Yeah, they had that last magazine.
Nice. NES, July 1991. We got some Battletoads. We got Bill and Ted, Family Feud, Lone
Jeopardy.
Ranger, Genesis.
Wheel of Fortune 2. The second of Wheel of Fortunes.
Turbo, we have 2. Master System, nothing. July, you got nothing. Lynx, you got nothing. Game Gear, Neo Geo, you got nothing. It's a little rough. I
would argue why even put them if they have nothing.
Well, it definitely doesn't make them look good. But I think they've got so many complaints over the months about you're not representing my system right, so you're not representing this or that. So they're like, here you go, here's everything. It's not our fault that there's nothing coming out for it, right?
I guess.
They represent them all, buddy. Neo's got nothing. That's a little rough. Eesh. I mean, I know that the games there wasn't as many as there is now, but I still feel like every month you should have one game at least.
I think so, yeah. That seems fair.
Yeah, there you go.
But also, we're like nowadays too. We're in a time where like every week there's a new game. Whether you have heard of it or not, with indie titles and stuff, there's always something.
Gaming gossip from our favorite editorialist, Quarterman, with 2 N's on the end. Quarterman, for those of you who are familiar, I mean, you think the other editorials, the reviews, you think those are worded difficultly. This is the advanced level, because he kind of just says what's on his mind and he doesn't edit it. So we could be talking about Terminator, then we're going to go into Turtles. You'll see that. So here we go. Howdy, game fans. It's me, the Big Stick.
Hey, Big Stick Quarterman, how you doing?
What? It's gonna be talking about hot softs again. Quarterman, the only video game guru that doesn't spell his name backwards. I've worked long and hard this week, kiddies, and the gossip you'll get is first rate, so let the games begin. Just as the Q-Man promised, Sega is deep-sixing the price of their 60-bit Genesis as the first countermeasure against Nintendo's introduction to the Super Nintendo. Yeah, you didn't have to be... You don't have to be a Quarterman to realize Sega would make this kind of move, but the 16-bit leader is also rumored to be launching a second volley of nukes at the Big N by packing their latest and greatest superhero, Sonic the Hedgehog, into the box. See? It's all true. Quarterman is... He's the Quarterman. The price change will take effect on June 1st and could possibly include a special coupon for Sonic. with a totally redesigned box for the fall, which also did come true. You guys remember the beige Sonic box? Quarterman approves, but this move won't win the war. You need something more Sega, like CD-ROM. Sega will definitely have the upper hand against the rival on this court as well, with a disc player that will fit into the price range. I don't know what that is. We have the Sega CD already, don't we?
I think so.
Maybe that's 92. I don't
Oh,
know.
no, that is 92. They said that
Okay.
there was in a message earlier. I remember this now.
Be sure to look at EGM next month for the first pick of the most triumphant new machine. Yeah, you're right. It's not out yet. Okay. You're up.
Let's see. NEC. Let's just go with the next one. In the Nintendo camp, the decision was made to place Mario in charge of leading their 16-bitters. The old 16-bitters move into the market. Super Mario World, the best Mario game, will come in each and every box. The head honchos are playing every card to prove that the Super NES is what Genesis isn't. Genesis isn't? Genesis isn't? Yeah, that's it. Did you ever wonder why irony is so ironic? The Turtles are heading towards the NES once again, although Q-Meister has only gotten a brief glimpse at the shape of the Turtles to come. I can say that the game has the awesome side-scrolling adventure of Part 2 melded with the character swapping of the original. You want 16-bit Turtles? Don't look towards the Genesis just yet, because Konami is cooking up plans to serve the heroes on the half shell on the Super NES. So that'd be Turtles in Time, probably, right?
Yes, and it's actually Heroes in a Half Shell, actually, Quarterman. Thank you.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm just reading it as it is. Don't blame me.
No, I blame Quarterman, and I blame Will.
The game won't be based on the existing 8-bit Turtles game or the coin-op either. The 16-bitter will borrow from the upcoming arcade sequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cowabunga.
Let's go.
Look inside the issue for the exclusive on Ninja Gaiden Part 3. He's the only one that separates it like that, I feel.
It's so you could do the wizard thing.
Gaiden. Q-Man rates the game at a blast, with Ryu taking a mob of mechanical monsters in a cart subtitled The Ancient Ship of Doom.
Dude, and that's what it's called. Quarterman is the best.
He's on it. He's crazy, but he's on it.
New action. I leave Will with the big one. I'm sorry.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
New action over at NEC includes the company's recently announced price chop and move towards digitally compressed video images on a CD. A special peripheral to interface with the existing Turbo CD-ROM will deliver some tasty full-screen, full-motion video images very soon. A prototype of the unit is rumored to be making an appearance at the summer CES. Stay tuned, Quartermaniacs. The Big Q will bring you... The Big Q will bring you a straight scoop on this sizzle next issue. I feel like I'm in the trenches of the Death Star reading this right now. I just gotta stay on target. In other Turbo news, the company is hard at work at follow-up to Bonk's Revenge and the Bonk 3 graphic adventure that EGM previewed last issue. Looking forward to Bonk 4, another scrolling adventure game, as well as Bonk 5, a prehistoric shooter with lots of firepower to dino targets. And we all know, someone in the chat already said Air Zonk. Shout out to Air Zonk.
I feel as like Quarterman starts off like regular at the beginning of the page and then like digresses as he goes further down, and like the madness starts to come out more as like his article gets longer.
Well, if the Star Wars analogy is to continue, I was Luke in the trenches of the first Death Star, but poor Willie, he's Lando going right into the second Death Star. So here we go.
Oh god.
You got
Don't
this.
look for Atari to be introducing any revolutionary product in the months to come. Although the original game company has a full plate of projects that range from a new version of the Lynx to a 16-bit console that's armed with rotation and scaling, the head honchos are elected not to display at CES. Could this development mean Atari is scaling back? With a wide variety of games under development for the Lynx, yours truly expects to see some great things to come from the leading name in color portables. Another hit video game personality that's taking his third turn on the Nintendo is none other than the mighty Kuros from Acclaim's hyper-radical Wizards and Warriors series. This is weird because Binary Geek was just talking to me about Wizards and Warriors.
Yeah, he was talking to me about that too. That's a rare game.
Yep.
And that's the one, of course. Number 2 has Fabio on the box art. Oh, that would be a sweet box art to get. Just for like being a hipster. That would be pretty cool. Anyway.
I wouldn't spend a whole lot on that box art, but I would have it if I had it cheap. Gameplay is rumored to be expanded even more with our powerful hero on a new quest to stop evil. Can't wait. Look forward to a special $1 million contest coming to the Nintendo system for the maker of Miracles American Softworks. Their special contest, which will be developed for the upcoming Treasure Master title, a cart with some super secret passcodes that will be unveiled on television this coming March. You can bet the Quarterman will be entering in.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
That's what he says.
I know. Stay on target. You got this.
Walking away with the loot. Be a killing machine in LGN's upcoming Terminator 2 Judgment Day game. I've received a sneak peek of the new super hot game, and it looks like it may be a winner. That's it for now. Remember to remain true, Mr. Q.
Good job, buddy. You did it. Iron Sword Wizards and Warriors 2 has Fabio on the cover, Matt. Yeah, it's pretty slick, man. And that was actually one of the very first issues of EGM. I think maybe 3 or 4 had him fully on the cover. Okay. Oh, it's dead silent now. Oh God. Where are we? Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Oh, I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, the first appearance of the Super Nintendo. Pretty much how it was. Super's a little more squared off, but that's pretty much it. And look, if we look in the bottom right, Will, what's that? The long-rumored Zelda 3 is coming to the Super Nintendo.
Arguably the best Zelda. I still think Link to the Past is my favorite.
Well, that sounds like a pull to me. Congratulations, Mario. Obviously, you won.
I kind of like the sleeker design on this picture. Like the smooth, rounded edges and stuff.
Yeah, I prefer the Super Famicom design, which is different than this. I prefer that.
Yeah.
Hands down. I like the second version of the Super Nintendo better, too.
I think if I found a Super Famicom, I would get one.
I'm just doing a poll here.
Okay,
there you go. Let's find out what the best Zelda is. Usually it's these two. Let's see what you guys say. Let's go at it.
Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, those are always the two.
RoboCop.
Tears of the Kingdom's pretty up there, though. I would say that was a really good game.
I would, yeah, but I'm saying like the
retro?
masses, if you were to ask people, usually the two Zeldas that are the best that always come up are those two. I would say Breath of the Wild would be up there too.
I'm still in the camp. Like I finished. Obviously, you saw me finish Tears of the Kingdom. I really, really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Breath of the Wild.
I didn't like it either. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. It was. What didn't you like?
I feel like it felt very empty and not much to do to me. Compared to Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like I was running into things a lot better and more often. But in Breath of the Wild, I just remember running around a lot and not ever really encountering much.
It reminded me of Vanilla Destiny, where you would go into a cave and there's nothing in it. You would get a couple moblins, and like there was nothing to hunt for. Whereas Tears, they really overcompensated by stuffing everything everywhere.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of Breath of the Wild purists are like, Tears is just a glorified expansion. But I think for guys like you and me, we prefer Tears because I feel like that's what Breath of the Wild should have been all along.
I'm also of the camp though that I would prefer a Zelda game that has a more mainstream story, like streamlined story, so less open world and more guided experience. For me personally, I think I would enjoy that a lot more.
I miss that. I would say Breath of the Wild and Tears, the dungeons were lacking. If you're going to compare it to like Ocarina and like Twilight Princess and stuff, they're good in Tears, but like the Water Palace, which is the second one, or wait, is that the first one? Yeah, it's the second one. The first one's the sky. The Water Palace is just really, you're just opening levers. I don't know. The rest of the game is fantastic.
You can kind of do it the way you want, because I technically did the water one first.
Sure. But yeah, I also like getting the hook shot in the dungeon and getting the bow and the boomerang. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that sequential order where you knew things were coming.
Where you get a really special weapon, and when you get that, like, let's just use Ocarina as an example. When you get the dungeon weapon, it's like, oh my god, like I got the hammer or whatever. It's like so game changing. I found like in Breath of the Wild and Tears, it wasn't really like that as much. But you can make a sick jackass card and jump off the mountain, so way better. KB says, did EGM review another gem? I wanted rebooted Technocop. Also, what did you fellas think of it? Yeah, Technocop was ultra violent. I can't say, KB, I spent a lot of time with it, but I love your... that's a pretty hardcore game to reference, though. Did they review Technocop? Matt Rubin would know. I think that they did, but I don't remember. But I remember that game being very controversial because it was ultra violent. So, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one. Maybe I have. No.
TJ, what's up, buddy?
Hey, TJ. Did your holidays start now, TJ? I saw you're going to be on holidays. I don't know if it starts now or like next week.
I like that, Raj. That's good. Very good. I like.
Is Ocarina your poll? Is that your pick?
After playing Link to the Past yesterday, it was so good. I don't know, man. I'll tell you at the end. What did you picked Link to the Past, right?
Yeah. Like going into the dark world and everything, just when you think you're getting to the end of that game and then they throw you into the dark world and then you just have like a darker version of all of Hyrule to go through again and
so Matt says, I remember at least either seeing a review. There was an ad for sure, Matt, or an ad for Technocop. No, I take that back. It was definitely mentioned by one of the editors. This guy's memory is crazy. Now I want to hunt for that one. I really want to hunt for that one. Hopkins. So Hopkins says, love Breath of the Wild, but couldn't bring myself to invest in Tears. See? I'm not one to sway anyone's decision, my friend, but I'm saying you should try it, dude. There's so much jammed into it. Plus there's, I forget what it's called, the Dark World, which is under the earth, and then there's the Sky World. It's just so good. So good. But
it does seem like you're in that camp of like one or the other. Either you really like Breath of Wild and just didn't really care for Tears, or it's vice versa. There's a lot of people like that.
I could see if you spent a lot of time in Breath, you really explored every nook and cranny, that you wouldn't want to do that again because the main world is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's not really that much different, right?
Dave, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. All right, let's move on here. Where are we at? This is NEC lowers TurboGrafx system and CD prices. I thought they just jacked them up. Oh, that was a Turbo Express. Yeah. Anyone who has a Turbo CD out there, not the Turbo Duo, the Turbo CD, you are like my hero because I wish I had one, especially back in the day. Oh, Will, this is what I was talking about, that center game. Oh, I need that box, buddy. Look at that. Oh, damn. Tecmo Wrestling is great. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I might be going for the Ninja Gaiden trilogy for the boxes. I think I might be.
It'd be good picks. Those are great boxes.
We'll see. We'll see. Hard to beat indeed. International outlook. So Japanese games most of the time. We'll skim through these here. Anything that grabs your attention, please call it out. Little Billy's in trouble.
Playing his Game Boy at night. I had one of those magnifier things. They did not work as.
Did this one have a light on it? Does anybody remember this one?
The one I had like a little backlight on the back of it and it would like shine down on the Game Boy, but it would cause such a reflection that you wouldn't be able to see like anything anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe 20 years ago, man. Not now, though, because now's not the years when you go around shirtless. At least for me. I'm just saying, maybe like when I was in my 30s, but not now. Maybe an arm tattoo. I can still get a little bit of room on my right arm. Dale, what's up, dude? Welcome on in.
Hey, Dale.
I do have Ninja Gaiden 2 and World Wrestling for Nintendo. Tecmo World Wrestling. Yeah, those are great games. Great games. Bayless 4, Elevator Action for Game Boy. I don't know what Tonkin is. Tonkin House. Oh, it's a YS3. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just saying, agreeing with you. I was like, Tonkin House, but then I saw YS3. Yeah.
We've talked about Devil's Crush before. Fantastic pinball game for Turbo. Absolutely amazing.
And what about Ultimate Basketball?
I mean, it's ultimate. You want a basketball a game that has no licensed players or licensed teams? We've got the game for you. No, I'm good. Final Soldier. I don't remember that one. Another top-down shooter for the Turbo, it looks like.
There's so many of them. I feel like that was one of the big drawbacks of the Turbo. As much as I really like that system, there's so many side-scrolling and top-down shooters on that platform. It's ridiculous.
Roland's Curse. That's pretty cool artwork. I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. My baby, Joe and Mac. Oh,
you like that, do you?
I love Joe and Mac. Did you ever play them?
Yeah, they'll play the first one. Yeah, it's based off the arcade game, which is, I mean, this Super Nintendo version is pretty damn close, man.
Plays
pretty damn close. Jacques, I would agree. I would say 2 is the easiest of the Ninja Gaidens. At least that's the only one I ever finished. We were playing 1 the other day, and I just got spanked. We got to level 3, but we were just kind of goofing around. Jay, you and WillLo are great hosts together. You are like the Avenger leaders, Iron Man and Captain America. And if I had to pick, I would say Jay is Iron Man and Willie is Captain America. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that, dude. That's very nice. Does that mean I'm Dr. Doom now? Are we going to get into all that?
No, he says Iron Man.
Well, Dr. Doom's Iron Man now, apparently, or it's multiverse or it's not. Who knows or who cares?
Yeah, I guess I don't know how that works. I don't know enough to actually say, I guess.
I think some of the chat was telling me that there is a version of Tony Stark that became, let's ask JT, we'll know. There is a version of Tony Stark that became Dr. Doom and in a multiverse.
Yeah, so I did do a little bit of reading up.
Oh, you know, there you go.
So apparently the way it works, we're going into this a little bit. You can correct me if I'm wrong because I only watched this through a TikTok. That's how I know. Everything on TikTok's real. Basically in a multiverse, like one of the multi-universes, Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark were like roommates through college. And Victor was jealous of Tony Stark, so he stole pretty much everything from Tony, like his ideas and stuff, and then Victor became Iron Man. So the inverse is that Tony started working up his way and he became like the Doom version of Iron Man, and eventually defeated Victor, and then like came back as like Tony Stark and back on top and stuff.
I'm with Cutthroat here. Enough said. That's what I think about that.
I do agree. I am kind of stuff, but like, I don't know. The whole timeline stuff, just like, I don't know. It's too much.
You guys have heard me say it. I'm going to say it again. Okay. It's just multiverse is lazy writing. but then I will defend Marvel and DC because if you have a character like Batman who's been around since the 30s or 40s or whatever, that's like 100 years, man. You've wrote stories for this character, so you're gonna run out of ideas. Batman can only save the bank robber so many times, so I get it. I just don't like it, man. I still think in cinematic form there's still so many tales to tell. Like, they're gonna tell the Secret Wars tale, but you don't need to have Robert Downey to be Doctor Doom. The only reason you have Robert Downey to be Doctor Doom is because Disney Marvel has been doing so good. So what do? You bring the best actor back, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
I guess, yeah.
That's what I think. I don't know. Yeah, what are you guys saying? Okay, let's see here. We're gonna get into this for a bit here. Infamous Iron Man is Doctor Doom becoming Iron Man, not the other way around. Okay, this is all I want to know. I'm trying to think. Okay, so you know how who played Captain America, Will? Who's that actor?
Chris Evans.
So Chris Evans is Captain America, and Chris Evans is the Human Torch. But they're not the same guy became Captain America, then he became Human Torch, right? It's just the same actor. Is that what we're doing here with Doctor Doom? Is it just Robert Downey playing Doctor Doom, which I'm fine with, but I heard people saying, no, it's the multiverse version of Iron Man. That's what
I don't think they have like a clarity on it yet.
And this is what I'm talking about. We're talking about alternate realities here. It's just stupid, man.
I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. We're not going to say anything, but there's some really cool stuff that they do with that, though, and I think they did a really good job. And if you haven't seen it yet, that movie's fantastic. I think Matt said he's going to see it on
Monday, I think, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I watched someone do a review with all the spoilers and stuff, and I thought the cameos it was interesting, why they picked two and whatever. I just want clarification, that's all. Because I think if Robert Downey is just playing Doctor Doom and it has nothing to do with Tony Stark, then that's fine. But if you're going to do the multiverse thing, I mean, it's all leading up to Secret Wars, which will lead up to Surfer coming down, and then Galactus. And then there's your next movie after Secret Wars, right? Just my guess. Anyway, Castlevania 4 is coming out for the Super Nintendo. Here it is.
Super Castlevania. Heck yeah.
Jacques says, I won't mention what I think of Disney, especially from Star Wars. So you can say whatever you want, brother. I have a feeling you just did, though. We don't know that yet, Jay. That's why they're wording the press release. Robert Downey Jr. is playing a separate character from Tony Stark. Yeah, I'm fine with that, then. Okay, we won't know until we watch the movie. I think that's what everyone is so confused about.
That's probably why they're keeping it quiet, too, because they don't want to spoil it and make people to come out to the theaters.
Yeah, like, are they going to... I don't want to keep talking about it, but like, are people from our universe going to meet that Doctor Doom and say, no, you're Tony, look, you're Iron Man, and he's going to snap out of it or something? Like, I don't know.
I don't think that's how that works, though, because that person's lived a life in the multiverse. Like, in their world, that's who they are, right? It's not like they just, like, automatically become somebody else because they're in a different universe.
It's so confusing. And Jet, 100%, he's brilliant. He's a great actor, and that's exactly why they brought him back, because their shows aren't doing so great or as great as they would like them to do. So I get it from a business standpoint. I'm just confused story-wise. But who played Castlevania 4?
I did.
That's
one of the ones I do want on the list.
Oh, you don't have it yet. Okay.
I had it back in the day, just the cart, but I would like the whole complete box.
Dude, it's all about that now, right? I'm with you. Like,
I feel like having everything in complete box feels so much nicer than just having the cart. It's a lot more expensive, I will say, but it represents so much better. Like, I don't know.
Here's your Street Smart.
Like, doesn't this look so much better when you hold it and you're just like, yeah, like this is my copy.
Oh,
River City Ransom.
Look at that. Show that to everybody. That's friggin'... Dude, we were playing that the other day. What a friggin' amazing game.
It just seems so much cooler than just having the cart.
Yeah, and especially in those protective cases, too. Show us the back there. Yeah, look at that. What a beaut. Oh, my God, I love it.
So good.
So good. Oh my god. How do I remove and add that to the stage? There we go. Here's that Street Smart game. Be
Why does
the
that guy
man.
look like Sagat?
You got to beat the man. It does. It totally does. Oh, jeez.
Look, I love Ghouls and Ghosts, but Super Ghouls and Ghosts is like where it's at for me.
Yeah, this is. I mean, you can argue. Our buddy Joe Amato is a Ghouls and Ghosts fan. Every time I stream it, he's popping on. Joe knows Ghouls and Ghosts. But I gotta say, man, this is by far the best. That double jump is game changing.
Just graphically, like, you know, I know you like your big sprites, but like, yeah, like all these things, like the bosses are huge.
Yeah.
Arthur looks like well proportioned and good. The details, the spells you use, it's so good. The music,
Yeah. Oh, the music's crazy, dude. HCC, I wanted to get to your Link to the Past comment. Speaking of Link to the Past, I got my kid playing last night and Quasi coached him getting the first 2 pendants and some items. Dude, that's so amazing that you can share that with your kids. That's great. Well done, mate.
memories.
That's another great piece of box art right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Battletoads.
And it's such a shame back in the day. Like, all I see is the publisher. All I see is Trade West, but Rare is nowhere on there. But there you go.
Super Adventure Island, let's go.
There you go. The adventure continues. I can't remember what this box art looks like.
It's pretty like all over it. I think it's like hand out wide and has like a bunch of dinosaurs chasing. Higgins.
Is it worthy of picking up, maybe, or is it just kind of like meh?
The game's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think all the Adventure Island games are great, personally. And I think more people should play them. That's like, I was talking about, there's a streamer friend, he's a fellow Canadian that I watch. His game's Nemad's Attic. He plays a lot of retro stuff, and he was playing Super Adventure Island last night. And we were talking about like how nobody talks about Adventure Island anymore. Like, the games are so good. They're very well done. And they're so much fun, but nobody goes back and be like, some of my favorite games were like Adventure Island or anything, but I don't know why. Weird.
It kind of just disappeared. And Adventure Island wasn't a game that made its way into the 3D realm. You know, when we had games like Earthworm Jim, like everyone got a 3D treatment. Bubsy, everyone went into the 3D realm. Adventure Island just kind of was like, nah, you know what? I'm good. I'll see you guys. I'll see you another day.
Y'all haven't played Adventure Island. Oh, it's so good. They're so fun.
It's not as good as Bill Lambier's Combat Basketball.
I'm out. Shut it down.
SimCity, launch title for the Super Nintendo. Did you ever play this version?
I did. This is technically the first version of SimCity I ever played. I remember really liking it, but as a kid, what I would do is just build up a city and then call in Bowser to destroy it.
Yeah, that's cool. Angry Video Game Nerd actually just did a video on that.
Oh, yeah? I haven't watched a lot of his newer stuff. I should.
Jay, speaking of Disney Star Wars, I'll always remember that video you did on how Star Wars has changed. It's time for us longtime fans to let it go and move on. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much said it all, and it wasn't meant to be a slam against Star Wars fans. It was more just, you know, like there's a trend with us older fans, and the new stuff just doesn't seem to resonate. So it's not for us anymore. That's all, right?
I agree.
Next wave, Batman: Return of the Joker for the NES. Did you ever play this one? This one had some.
No, I don't think I actually played this one.
Great box art.
I played the original one.
Yeah. And this, the characters were much bigger too. It was pretty damn cool. Bases lower to 3.
I don't think I played this one.
Bill and Ted Can Lick My Lunch. Worm.
Ugh, worm.
Oh boy.
Okay, I would love to have all the Dragon Warrior games. Man, that would be so cool. But there are, like, when you get into Dragon Warrior 2, 3, 4...
3 and 4 are...
They're super expensive. And that's like Chrono Trigger expensive, and I can't justify spending that much on Chrono Trigger either, so...
I would say if it's your game, right? Like Final Fantasy is your series. I would say if Dragon Warrior is your series, then go for it. But yeah,
the first Dragon Warrior has a big precedence in my life, but that's about it. I think I'd rather just at this point with the remakes, the 2D, 3D makes coming out in September, I think it is. I'd rather just play through them that way again.
Link to the Past won by 66% over Ocarina. Congrats.
That's a lot further apart than I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been a bit closer.
There's quite a few of us in chat too, so it was a battle. It was a battle. There you go, Trekkies. Star Trek by Konami. Ooh, Konami made this. Wow, I don't recall that. That's pretty crazy. Contra Force. The elusive, rare, controversial Contra Force. Man, you want to talk about box art? Oh, it's so beautiful. But Contra Force is, again, a later released NES game. So no one really bought it. And it's not as good as 1 or 2, but it's so awesome. The box art is killer. The box art is better than the game.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, you and me both. Willy Dragon Warrior is the game that got me into RPGs.
Yeah.
That, and very smart on the Western side of things that Nintendo gave it away with a subscription to Nintendo Power. That got a lot of new gamers into JRPGs. Smart move. Hey, Aaron's here. What's up, dude? I've been listening to y'all for a while. I'm out delivering Amazon. Oh, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I've told the story on here, but yeah, like, I do have that complete in box as well, too.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Go ahead. Let's show that. Oh, my God.
But yeah, like, this game represented for me, the coolest thing about this is that my dad is also a big avid gamer, right? And he got his copy through his first subscription to Nintendo Power, and he used it with me as a little wee lad, to help me learn to read. So he would guide me while playing the game, and I would select prompts about what to do and help like read out the story. So that's what got me into RPGs in general. That's why it has such a big memory for me.
Let's see the back. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, so
love
good.
it. Matt says, "Look at those memories Willie is holding right now." Yep.
That's right. And that's why I kind of want to go back. Like, I'm not trying to collect everything anymore. I just kind of want to collect games that have like impact through my life as a gamer. Ones that I remember enjoying and like rounded me into like what the games I enjoy today are. You know?
Yeah.
They just have way more meaning than just mass collecting everything. And now that like I say that out loud, I know that's you done in your documentaries and stuff, but still, I'm just saying it just seems to me like for me.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it, dude. There's no right or wrong way to collect. But I'm with you, too, now, where it's more about... And I'm not talking about Nintendo Quest stuff, okay? Not 64. I'm just talking about me personally when I'm collecting for myself and not for charity. I'm the same. I'll grab 1 or 2 that mean something. Also because this stuff is astronomical. And if you're trying to go for a complete set of anything, just good luck, man. I can't think of one library where it's cheap to do. Maybe Wii right now, but Wii's gonna rock it up soon. But Wii's almost like it's in the thousands. Did I say Wii? I meant Wii.
Oh, the good old Wii.
The Wii 2U. Got the Wii 2U. Yeah. Champions Forever Boxing, TV Sports Tennis. No one gives the lips. Oh, there's Bimini Run again. Still here.
Still kicking. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Still kicking. Bimini Run.
And then while we're kicking, we're kickboxing.
Kickboxing, Vapor Trail, Quad Challenge, Crackdown. Not to be mistaken for the Xbox One.
Talk about a series that was fantastic and then also kind of went nowhere. Crackdown.
Well, what was who remembers? I'll get Will to answer this in a second, but in the chat, who remembers Microsoft's brilliant marketing for the first Crackdown and why that game sold like gangbusters? Does anybody remember in the chat? Absolutely brilliant on their part. I'll give you guys a few seconds. What we talk about, Kaja Kai, Saint Sword, and The Simpsons. The old Simpsons for the old Game Boy.
I don't even know. That's kind of a cool. I I've never heard of this.
Sorry, which one?
Times of Lore. Just like looking out, coming out of like a cave or a castle or into like the world.
With the purchase of the first Crackdown, you got access to the Halo 3 beta.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And that was great. That was like on par with like Zone of the Enders for PS2, where Konami gave you the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo disc with it. Zone of the Enders was great, but most people bought it for the disc. And I'm not taking away from Crackdown, but I'm saying that definitely helped sales of Crackdown for sure.
But that's the thing, like they did it right with those games because both those Zone of the Enders and Crackdown ended up being great games, and then it just fueled more people to play them. Because like Zone of the Enders is absolutely amazing, and the first Crackdown, even the second one's super good. The third one though, not great.
I can't say. We want to talk about low effort ads for a second.
She looks like she's just doing a cosplay. She's at like a comic book convention and she's just standing there like, can we take a picture?
Yeah, it's like it is like yeah. Okay, anyway.
I don't even know if she's holding that sword. Is she? It looks kind of weird and cropped.
Is it that's oh my god, it's the first Photoshop of all time right here.
It might be. It doesn't look like it's part of the picture when I zoom in, but
nothing against the model at all. I'm just saying it's
no.
like definitely low effort. Like and she definitely looks like, you know, she maybe has another job at the game company. She's like, well, we need a female because there's a female lead in Valus. Jane, can you come here for a second? I don't want to be in this picture. I'm not wearing that. All right, fine. Hurry up. Click. Okay, good. One and done. Who is that? Who's Christy McNichol? Oh, why does that sound familiar? Where are her knees? Yeah, that's the armor. And then she has like, I don't even think those are boots. Those might be the first UGG boots. Who remembers UGG boots? 2005, anybody?
Actually, I think it actually still has a pair of UGG boots.
Yep.
For like all eternity now.
The women loved the UGGs in the mid 2000s. She's from Alice? Really? Christy McNichol's from Alice. What character did she play? Oh, here you go, all you anime fans. Who likes Fist of the North Star?
I do. You're already dead. One of the first like animes I ever watched that like scarred me for life. Did anybody have this experience with anime growing up in like the 80s where you would like either find it at early morning TV or like you go to like my aunt used to watch them and I go to her house and she showed me Akira and I feel like I was like, I don't know, nightmare induced because of it. Like there's so much blood and guts in like old 80s, 70s, 80s animes. Like it was intense.
Well, dude, Akira, see the common misconception, right, was that it was for kids because it was
a cartoon.
Yeah. Akira is like no joke, man.
And same with Fist of the North Star. Have you ever watched Fist of the North Star?
No.
So what what his thing is, he's like a super martial artist that can hit pinpoints on your body, and if he hits them enough, it causes the blood vessels to constrict, and it causes pressure to explode certain body parts.
That's crazy.
So like it's just fast action hitting, and then all of a sudden it's just like these people's like heads become super engorged and like lumpy, and then it's like and it's just shower of blood everywhere, and you're just like, oh my god.
Okay, chat. I kind of remember. I kind of don't. I guess that's her. That's Christy McNichols there. What show is she on, though? I don't remember that.
I don't know who that is. She doesn't look familiar to me.
Was she on 8 is Enough? Why do I think it was like 8 is Enough or something like that?
8 is Enough?
8 is Enough was like a sitcom, I think, from like the early 80s.
Huh.
So one of those family shows. Anyway. Yeah, I haven't thought about that actress in a long time, man.
I love how we get off the like track sometimes and we just go on these little tangents.
Oh yeah,
it's actually kind of fun just because it's just like I don't know, just going off and chatting.
I encourage it. I encourage it from the chat and from you as well. Like, yeah, I love how we just see something and we just go to the right for a while. It's fine. Empty Nest. Oh, she's from Empty Nest. I remember that show. Yeah.
Empty nest.
Was she on 8 is enough? Does anybody know? Let me know if you remember. Behind the screens at Hudson Soft, covering games for the American market.
So was this, if you go back, there's Bomberman references. Is this the first time we've seen Bomberman?
Which page are we on?
Go back past the, yeah, one more.
This?
It was just after the Fist of the North Star ad.
Oh. Bomberman. Well, these
I don't remember. That's for Turbo.
Yeah.
Was there a Bomberman on NES? I don't remember a Bomberman for NES.
Bomberman, it was on NES, yeah. Matt says it was an earlier issue. And most issue wasn't in 8 is enough. Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah. Matt knows everything. Matt's the steel trap memory.
Christy Nichols, she reminds me of my first babysitter. It's all coming back now. It's all coming back now. Okay.
Where's this going?
EGM After Dark. Let's see. Load Runner for the Nintendo 8-bit. All these are Hudson games. Bonk 2. It's Bonk's Revenge. Great game. Great game. Bonk's Adventure was great. A little rough around the edges, but Bonk 2 definitely improved. Definitely. 100%. There's Madden with the fried chicken. Love you, John.
Rest in peace, John.
Rest in peace. One of the greatest stories of all time, Trip Hawkins ever told, was it was either a subway or a train that he took with John Madden and tried to convince John Madden to put his name out there and to help develop Madden football. And he did. It's just fabulous.
Now he has a legacy.
Absolutely. There's your Adventure Island. Bill Lambier basketball. Oh, God, that's Hudson, too. Uh-oh. First gaming crush.
Gaming crush?
See, mine's not going to count, Jacques, because it would be Dana Plato from Night Trap. Dana Plato from Different Strokes. But that's full motion video. So I don't know if that counts. It's a game, but that's a real person. I don't know. If you mean like fictional character, I gotta be honest. I never had one. That's just the truth. I don't know, Will, if you did.
I can't really think of one. No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh,
I'm trying to think about it, but
what is this? What is this?
Taking Control, monthly guide to the hottest game controllers.
Oh, I thought it was Bishu. Who's it? Oh, Acclaim. My buddy. You remember D from Calgary?
Yeah.
He had the double player. God, they were terrible wireless. They were so terrible.
I didn't even know those things existed. Huh.
10,000 bees. Welcome on in. What do you think of Peach Cobbler? That's a great
Delicious?
question. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Not so bad over here. Not so bad.
Like the cobblers over here.
Oh, come on. Are they going to tease? What is this? This is...
Be Happy Hap Competition Pro controllers.
But by who? Who makes this?
Actual size. Available at Toys R Us, electronics boutique, wherever Hap control pads and joysticks are sold. Oh, it's the company is called HAPP Controls Inc.
Okay, so I can't offer you Bishu JT, but we might have a substitute. Competition Pro. Look at this hunk of crap.
Or...
Oh, you've cheated.
Maybe I did.
Did you cheat?
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but I did.
Is this it?
Bishu's back, baby!
Oh my God! Look at that.
The ultimate joystick. We got the zingers. We got the zoomer. We're back, baby. Bishu's back.
Oh, let's go.
And it looks like they have a wireless attachment for that ultimate joystick now. Look at that. Oh.
Let's go. The ultimate Bishu fan. JT, there you go. Your dreams have come true, my friend. Happy Sunday. For those of you who are wondering what the hell we're yelling at, there's a third-party company named Bishu who made Atari 2600 kind of controllers for the NES back in the day, and they were featured in the earlier issues of EGM, and we loved it because they're so terrible. And now they disappeared for quite a few issues, and now they're back, baby.
Right.
Okay, so what do we got now? We got the Ultimate. Okay, the Ultimate's old school. The Zingers are old school. Oh, that's it, though. That's it.
They didn't bring out any new. Well, was there a Gizmo?
Advanced Gravis from Happy. Oh, and now there's a new competitor. There's a new competitor. The Happy Controls Competition Pro Joypad, Willie.
Yeah, that's the one we just saw before.
Woo!
The competition controller, baby.
Thank you for the sub at 10,000 Bs. Much love, my friend. Welcome on in. Welcome on in.
It was the Peach Cobbler.
Oh, this is so great. Like, look. Any one of these you would have got for Christmas, you would have been crying your butt off. Why do you hate me, Mom? Why? And you definitely.
But these would be like, your grandma would be the one getting it, because that's how it worked, right? Your grandma or your aunt.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, what's little Jay want for Christmas?"
Yeah,
and they'd be like, "Oh, they need a new controller for the Nintendo." And then they go to the store like, "I need a Nintendo controller." There you go.
They would have walked into Walmart or electronics boutique, and the salesman would be like, "Okay, it's Grandma. We're gonna get them a budget controller because they'll see the price of the Advantage at $59 and be like, well, forget it. I'm gonna get them some socks." But instead, the electronics boutique salesman is gonna be like, "No, we'll give her the B shoe." And it's only a fraction of the price. Oh my God, the Zoomer works for the NES, the Genesis, and the Turbo.
Yeah, that's the Gizmo. I don't remember that one, but that seems like a newer one. Because it has like turbo LED indicators, life-saving slow motion, dial-a speeds. And that works for the NES, Genesis, and Turbo.
Uh-oh, the Discord's going off. We got some B-shoe picks.
Uh-oh.
B-shoe picks. Once again, anyone interested in our private Discord, all you have to do is become a channel member. Message me on social media, and I will get you that invite. Matt just sent a rather spicy pic, I'm sure, of some B-shoe.
Matt showing off their joystick.
Just saying.
Matt,
okay. NBA, awesome. Okay, let's see your guy here if he can do this. Okay. Top right, Isaiah Thomas. The next left is Patrick Ewing. The next left is Charles Barkley. Right under him.
I'm just gonna hold.
Right under him, the Laker. Cutthroat, who's that Laker? With the goggles. Chris Mullin is in the bottom center. Barkley's on the left again. I don't know who's on the right.
Are you doing this for memory, or are you just reading their names that are on there?
Oh no, I know. I'm not looking at the words. Dude, I used to love, like, this was my time for basketball. This was when I was really into basketball. James Worthy. Mo. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you. James Worthy. No, I wasn't reading. For more from Happy Controllers, we got the Competition Pro. And then from Suncom Technology. Red Ball. The Red Ball joystick. The Super 3.
That's a great one. Can we find that? What does that look like?
The Super 3-way, it's so good. There's
I'm gonna be put on a watch list for putting the Super 3-way joystick. Oh God.
We got a lot of growing up to do.
I didn't. You didn't. Okay, this isn't as bad as it went. Okay.
If you see it's from Suncom Technologies, you know, your favorite game company. I don't know. The other guy is Tom Chambers. Yeah, that name I have no idea.
Nothing came up for that. It just came up with arcade parts. I don't know what that controller is.
Oh yeah, the cover story.
Oh, Terminator.
Oh yeah, I forgot. LJN brings the Terminator to the Nintendis.
I like how, yeah, there's like no gameplay. There's just all screens from the movie.
It is. Well, Terminator 2 is, I mean,
it was big.
One of the biggest movies of the 90s, for sure.
Great movie.
I'll be back. Terminator 2, the video game. I never played it. Did any of you guys play this one on the Super or the Genesis? I never did. Will, did you ever play any of those?
No. I remember some Super Nintendo ones, but it wasn't Terminator. I think it was an Alien game.
Alien, yeah. Who did they? Okay, so they mashed together the worlds of Alien and Predator. Did Terminator get thrown in there too? No, there's Terminator and what? RoboCop. Yeah, those two got mashed together. Terrible. Anyway. Oh no. So if you guys wanted us to read that, just let us know. Usually we don't read the big feature story. We just go,
I feel like it's just like a bunch of hey, Terminator, it's based off the movie.
Ninja Gaiden 3. Oh, the ancient ship of doom. Drool. My God.
I think out of the original 3, this is the only one I didn't play.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that this is the hardest of the 3, which is crazy because they're all difficult. Here you go. Let's go.
Hey! See, I wasn't crazy.
There you go. There you go.
This game was actually really good. I remember really liking this back in the day. I would like to find a copy of this.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the Kevin Costner, and
This movie was
Morgan
pretty big back in the
Freeman,
day.
and Alan Rickman, and the woman from Scarface. I can't remember her name.
Doesn't it have... who else is in there? What's his name? I'm really bad with actors' names.
This is the first time I ever remember seeing Morgan Freeman.
Maybe.
Was in this, man. Yeah, I don't know. But
Christian Slater was in it too. That's right.
Slater, that's right. Yeah. He was Will, right? Will, the traitor guy. He portrays him or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, that movie was good. That's like a movie nobody ever talks about, but I remember liking that movie a lot. And then it had that. What was the song that came off of that everybody was listening to?
Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. Because Kevin Costner and the lady from Scarface, that was the best romance ever. Elizabeth, what is it? Anybody know Scarface?
I have it up here. It's Mary Elizabeth Mastrian. I don't know. Mastrantonio. Mastrantonio? Yeah.
So we'll call her Mary. Mary's in Scarface and she's in Robin Hood. Prince of Thieves, Men in Tights, whatever.
But this game was like an actual decent role-playing game. It was actually it was good. It's another game that nobody ever talks about.
Well, you mentioned it a couple of issues ago, and I had no recollection of it.
Yeah, I recommend it. Maybe in our ventures, maybe you can find a copy. It's pretty good.
Well, are you writing these down as you go on your phone?
No.
So I do that because I'll forget 5 minutes from now. Bat Stan got it. So there you go. If you guys want to call EGM, you can call right now. It's 1-900, $1 per minute. And what does this get you? Tricks of the Trade, Quarterman After Dark, Gaming Gossip, Ed at Night, Japan Gaming, Review Crew, everything you could possibly want.
For $1 a minute, Quarterman's going to be whispering sweet nothings in your ear about hot softs.
Yeah, so call it your own. Call it your own risk. Tell me about the newest hot soft, Quarterman. Oh goodness. Romance the 3. All right, Super Gaming, great. What is Faria? Who remembers Faria? I don't remember Faria. Do you remember Faria?
No, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
Nextsoft. Kevin Costner's Robin Hood was parodied by Mel Brooks with Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yes, sirree, Bob.
Robin Hood Men in Tights, great movie. I love that movie.
Carrie, what's his lips from Princess Bride, and he's great. He would have been if you were to do a serious Robin Hood, he would be my pick for Robin Hood. That or Timothy Dalton, the best Bond. I would also pick him to be Robin Hood too. Little Mermaid.
That was a good game too. Disney was this was another peak Disney video game time. All Disney games were great back here.
Should we do a real quick here? Should I throw up who's the best Bond Should I do that?
How do we go from Disney, Little Mermaid, to Disney to who's the best Bond?
Because I just thought of Timothy Dalton. So we only have 4 spots here on YouTube. So we got to put. How do you spell Connery?
I'm leaving this one up to you. I don't know.
Connery. How do you spell Connery? Connery.
I'm sure it'll be fine. People know what you mean.
Roger Moore. Okay, so that's 2. Those 2 got to be in there. Now it gets a little fuzzy. Who we put in, because there's George Lazenby, who I don't think anyone gives the lips if we put him in it or not. Pierce, because Pierce got to be in there for Goldeneye. How do you spell Brosnans? Lazenby for life. You're more of a hipster than I am, HGC. I thought Dalton was a hipster.
Is it just Brosnan?
Okay, you tell me. Okay, go.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
How do you spell Pierce Brosnan?
Bronze or Brosnan? Brosnan?
I put in Bronson Pierce.
Brostinian?
Brosnan.
Bronson?
It's Brosnan. Okay, so I'm not. Should I put? I guess what's the other guy's name? What's the new guy's name? He should go.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Craig's my Bond. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say
there
it.
You go. I'll spare you guys. HGC and I will keep our hipster picks to ourselves. There's the 4 main. Let's see. Let's go. Okay.
I like Daniel Craig as Bond. I'm just gonna say it. I like those newer movies.
He's the worst. I'm sorry. It's a fact. I'm just saying. I call him as I sees him. Thank you, Matt.
I like Craig and Connery are tied right now.
You can't vote. You're on the panel. Cheater.
What? You didn't tell me I couldn't vote.
Cheats. The fact of the matter is that Timothy Dalton was too good to put on the poll, so I had to leave him out. Anyway, do you guys remember Fantasia?
Yeah, great game.
Great game.
Distant Castle Illusion. So good.
I want to get Willie getting some Genesis stuff. That's my personal goal.
Well, one day, I think I want to go through the stuff that I want first, and then we'll expand into Genesis.
That's fair. Jet says Roger Moore was also God tier in Cannonball Run. Oh, Cannonball Run is so good. I agree. Oh, here you go, Jacques. Here you go. Let's go. The Final Fight Killer. Streets of Rage.
The better Final Fight. As many in the poll have listed.
Another hipster comment. Fantasia is my favorite class. Dude, I don't know. I can out hipster that. Fox and the Hound.
That's a good movie.
Or Black Hole. Yeah.
Is that the ones that we found those figures for, Black Hole?
Yeah. Matt, once the price is right, fail.
What were you doing the fail for? Is that for me liking Daniel Craig?
I like
Daniel Craig. I like those movies. Casino Royale was fantastic.
I thought we were talking about Streets of Rage being better than Final Fight.
Yeah, nobody's talking about that. Final Fight's dead.
Oh my god. Oh, we're just doing cartoons. Oh, I got actually. All right, fine. We'll just do Fox and the Hound then. That's my hipster pick. TJ says Black Hole is a classic, but Disney's Robin Hood is cool. Oh, that's the Fox one, right? Yeah. I've never seen that one.
What do they call it? Anthropomorphic?
Yeah. Miss Pac-Man, let's go.
I asked this to Jay at Tilt. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer like base Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man? Because there's a lot of people I know that say they prefer Miss Pac-Man. And I feel like they pretty much play the same.
Well, the boards are different, right?
Yeah.
The maze is different. I'm really cheesed off. We both, you can see it right there. I'm pointing at it. Will and I both have this Namco one up here. And it has like 45 Pac-Man games on it, but it does not have Ms. Pac-Man. I'm like, really?
Yeah, because they released the Ms. Pac-Man one later.
Listen, I'm not a hardcore Pac-Man guy, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Is it really that hardcore of a game that people would spend $500 on each one? I'm just saying. I don't know.
That's what I mean. There's a lot of people that like Miss Pac-Man over just regular Pac-Man.
There must be if they split it up that way. There must be. Connery is the GOAT, Jay. Oh, I disagree, my friend. I disagree, but that's okay. Oh, look at this. I just got the Pac-Man Museum on Switch, and there was no Miss Pac-Man.
Huh.
Okay, so is there...
That seems weird.
Maybe there's something up with that game. I don't know.
Is it a licensing thing? For the... No. What would they license? They made the game.
Is the term Ms. politically incorrect now?
Or is it because it's Tengen? This says the manufacturer's Tengen. But Namco owns the rights to this, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Tengen is a division of Atari. But, so they made all... You know, dude, I'm telling you. They made all the black cards for NES, the unlicensed ones. But they also did the ports of Pac-Man for the NES. It's weird because Pac-Man was licensed, I believe. But this one wasn't. Anyway, I don't know. I wonder if it's a terminology thing. I wonder if there's a maybe Ms. is not appropriate anymore. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, just dial.
I want to say that one was Woolly Pop.
Just dial. Don't even think about it. Just dial this number right now. $1.25 for the first minute, 95 for each additional. What the hell is this? Eyewitness News. Dude, look at this ad. If you want the latest news on what happened in Chicago, you've got to call.
So instead of waiting for the magazine to come out, you would call this line and they'd be like, yeah, this is what's happening over here at CES.
But look at the zero effort put into this ad.
That's because this is probably this is not for regular people, the gamers that we hear. This would be the business people that want to get the one up on things.
You think so?
Yeah, this looks like something that would be ripped out of a phone book.
Well, look at the weird choo-choo train. Why did I call it a choo-choo?
The VTR news train. Catch it.
Look at the train.
Choo.
TJ says Ms. is used for someone that's been divorced or widowed. Don't think it would be because of that, but you never know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why that version's not on the 1-Up. JT said it's not on his Namco collection. It's strange. Yeah. This is for the Master System Spider-Man. Pretty good. Pretty good game, but not as good as the Genesis one. Still pretty good. Will's got a stream at 2, so we're gonna get going here. Super Play Batman. Sorry, Batstan. I think this is the Genesis one, which is so good. So good. Much more movie accurate than the NES. Yeah, there's the jokester. There's the jokester.
That does seem pretty cool.
To go back, I will say the Zelda one I didn't pick. I would have picked Ocarina of Time. I just have to.
Yeah, I kind of thought you would go that way.
Yeah. It's hard. That's hard, though. Oh, I'm hungry now. Retro Mags, thank you very much once again. Issue 24 of EGM.
Another one bites the dust.
This poll, okay, let's end this. The greatest Bond out of the 4, we had Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. Sean Connery, get the hell out of here. 47%.
He doesn't like any of these votes. He doesn't agree with anybody.
I'm not a Connery guy. I don't understand why everyone goes gaga for him. I don't know. That's me though. Willie's streaming at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna give you Willie here. Will, what are you doing at 2?
Hello, friends. You enjoyed your time here with me. You can catch me over on Twitch. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, minus 1 week. Just because I have to work 1 week in a month. But I usually play survival crafting games. Today, you can find me over there playing a game called Palia. It's kind of like a farm sim MMO type game. It's a lot of fun, super comfy, cozy. We just have some good vibes over there. So hopefully we see you there. And I'm going to be trying something in the next coming weeks. So you may start seeing some streams on YouTube as well soon.
What? Really?
Yeah, there's a upgrade to OBS that will help with some multi-streaming stuff, and I want to try it out. So I'm gonna see if I can get some YouTube streams back in going and get something moving on the YouTube for a bit.
That would be exciting, buddy. because we love you on the YouTubes, but I get it. It's hard to do both. Might as well try multi-streaming, right?
Yeah. I think it could be fun.
It's not gonna hurt. Okay. 3 o'clock today, guys. The long anticipated, well, in my mind, arcade video of Willie and I and our adventures to Tilt, London, Ontario here will be dropping. So please, please, please make sure you check it out. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and please comment. Okay, we're gonna put in a few things in the description for you guys to kind of pick out in the video there. So please make sure you comment. It helps the algorithm. Lately, the last 2 videos I've done have been doing really, really well. The game hunting video with Will and little Samson is doing incredibly well. So thank you guys for that. And I'll be back on Wednesday. And keep an eye out for Willie and I tomorrow. We're probably going to live stream from the road. Wherever we're going, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. And once again, much thanks to all of you guys for helping me hit 5K this past week. Hashtag road to 10K. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, my friends.
Bye, friends.